Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using high caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
G'day, you legends. Welcome to another edition of Send It Mate podcast. I'm Caleb.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Couchy.
And I have a joke for you.
Of course you do.
What kind of bees produce milk?
What kind of bees produce milk?
Nah. Boobies!
I'll go on.
So basic.
That was childish.
So basic, but it works.
What do you do with a year's worth of used condoms? You melt them down and call it a good year.
That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Actually, I heard a good one. It's a bit longer. I heard a good one this week. All right. So it's sort of a question and answer sort of thing. So 3 black roosters sitting on a fence, right? How many wings are there?
3 black.
3 black. No, there's more questions. So 6. Just answer. 3 black roosters sitting. 6 wings. Yep. Very good. How many feet are there?
6.
6.
How many beaks?
3.
Cool. All right. So there's a white cat looking up at these 3 black roosters on the fence. How many teeth does a cat have?
I want to say 36, but I feel like that's the trick.
How many teeth does a cat have?
Come on, Josh.
12? I don't know.
You don't know. Well, it sounds like you know a lot more about black cock than you do about white pussy.
That was clever.
Just let me Google
Just
this.
flagrant rip-off of something I heard this week, actually.
That is actually quite clever.
This is going Josh's joke last week. Fucking, what's the receptionist say to the customer, people that leave a sperm bank? Thanks for coming.
That's quite funny because I've been doing IVF and the amount of times I've had to use in a cup lately it's...
Mate, you should just be grateful that there's a nice receptacle and a nice clean spot for you to put some spoof in rather than having to clean up a tissue or your leg or your fucking stomach or your hand.
To be honest, I thought the rooms would be a bit more inviting and there would be a little bit more stimulation.
It's just a blank room, isn't it?
Bro, your best bet is to take your own material.
Well, you got your phones though.
Well, correct.
You know.
I mean, I've done it as well. I've fucking had to jizz in a cup to provide a sample a couple of times. And yeah, you're right. The rooms are shit. There's no like mood setting. There's no mood lighting or anything.
no candle
It's very
lit.
clinical, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's very dirty walls.
You're like this is the last place I'd have a wank, to be honest.
It's exactly what you did.
The first time I did it, they didn't. Well, they had some material in the room, which I sort of glanced at. I'm like, no, that's shit. I'm just imagining 500 other dudes with their cocks out, fucking having touched those pages. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll use my phone. Anyway, as I was wrapping up, like strides pulling up, someone fucking opened the door and walks in, and I'm like, what's
The door
going?
that should only open from one way.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't locked properly or something. The fucking nurse who took me in the room.
Your time's
I don't
up.
know if it wasn't the normal designated room for this or what, but I went. I'm telling you, someone walked in as I was like last bit of pulling my pants up. I'm like, oh,
Bloody hell.
Imagine if you walked in just mid-stroke.
imagine if I was just sprawled out there on the fucking couch, just fucking.
Was it a nurse or a dude or the
the female?
You've got the old leg up and reach around. Like,
what are they called?
She was 30. She wasn't that attractive.
The chicks that look over the sperm. What are they called?
Porn stars.
No, it's lost. I'm lost.
I don't know. Just go with lab technician.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sperm
I'm
looker.
lost.
Sperm looker.
But yeah, no. All the ones I've done, they've locked from the inside. But you're sort of in there, and you're like, well, and let's face it, most honest men are going to be like, yeah, I'll get this done in 2 minutes. But then you're like, okay, so I should start in 10 minutes.
Yes.
So it makes it seem like I'll last a while.
You don't just go in and bust a nut in 2 minutes. You're like,
Nah.
well, what's an acceptable time frame?
Yeah.
Like, I'm at least going to not exit for at least 15 to 20, I reckon.
yeah. So you're sitting in the room, you're just like twiddling your thumbs. You're like, what do I do?
No, I think if you're just going to do it, just get in there and get it over and done with. What? Who are you trying to impress?
No, it's a
The
mental
nurse.
thing, man. You're not trying to impress anybody, but you're going in there going, okay. And Caleb's right. What's an acceptable time
Yeah,
frame?
exactly.
Acceptable time for who?
You don't want to look like fucking Victor Two-Stroke.
What? I just don't see the point.
But then you don't want to be in there for
Trying
half
to-
an hour. And then someone be like, oh, well, obviously you can't get it hard.
Yeah.
So you just want to, I reckon 15 minutes for providing a semen sample is pretty acceptable.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. Because you even got to log your time when you jizzed because they've got a time frame.
Yeah.
But the sperms, I guess, are optimal to, I don't know, do whatever they need to do. So you got to log your time and when you've done it as well.
Yeah, but not when you start trying.
No, when you've ejaculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is
Man, it is the strangest thing because, yeah, you're like, what's the etiquette for this shit? Like, what do I do?
Well, my first experience compared to my second was polar opposites because the first time she took me in the room, she locked me in the room, but then entered the room prematurely before, like, I didn't hear any knocks or like you done or anything like that. She just came in.
Maybe she got a camera there and she knew you were done.
Maybe she wanted to see me. I don't know. Like,
She
I
was
don't know.
like, is this guy dead?
Anyway,
He's been in there for half an hour now.
the next time I did it, like there were multiple knocks on the door, and the chick that came in proceeded with caution. Like I think she'd been burnt before, where a
walks
guy
in backwards.
had just left his cock out while she came in.
Startles
Probably
him
on
and he
purpose.
angles the dick towards
Yeah,
the
of
door
course.
and fucking
So
gets
she,
her in the
she
eye.
knocked. She's like, "You done?" I'm like, "Yep, all good, all good." And she's like, "Yep, sure, cool, you're good." Like,
Yeah.
so super cautious checking
Oh, you get some crease.
because there would be some DVs out there.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
Oh,
Like Josh.
100%.
Like the old porno of the fucking cleaner walks in and someone's on the bed. Oh, sorry, I didn't. No, come in.
Well, it was pretty funny because the girl that you had to hand the sample to the first couple of times, mate, she looked like she was fucking barely 19 because I want to be safe here. She looked young, and I was like, "What the hell?" And she's short. I'm like, how do you give someone a cup of jizz as well? It's just like, oh,
Discreetly.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be the same as every other cup and just be like, here it is.
I'd rather give her a cup of jizz and a cup of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think of all
no,
the
sure.
bodily fluids you put in a sample jar. I'd rather give over my cum than my shit to someone.
But it's just like when you go to the doctors and that, you got to piss in a jar.
And they're used to
And then
seeing
you-
it, man.
Yeah.
so
They're
that's
used to
the
seeing
other.
jars, yellow, brown, white. It's one of the three.
But that's the other thing. Like, where do you feel? And this is a bit of, I guess, etiquette or something. Where do you feel like you've produced enough of a sample as well. Like if you've just got like this little drab fucking thing in there, you're like, well, that wasn't my best effort, but I don't have any control over this.
Yeah,
So-
that's the thing I was going to ask. Is there like a quantity you got to actually produce or try and get out?
Will they ask if it's a partial sample or full sample?
Yeah, but if it's your first sample, what is it?
No, like so if you've just started
missed the
ejaculating
cup,
and then you get it in the cup or something, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, so you don't have to get that midstream, like a piss sample?
No, like I actually don't even remember if the doctor said make sure you get it all or not, but I'm presuming they want it all.
They want as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's why there's
Yeah.
a period of abstinence before you give the sample.
Yeah, that makes
So you
sense.
can have a bit of a build up.
But it's like, what's that movie with Stifler in
comes
it?
out yellow.
And he's like putting the cups over on the counter in the movie. This is like in the 90s. And you know, he's got like 3 cups full. Like I'm sitting there going, whoever the technician is that's like looking at this, do they judge the sample? Do they sit there in their mind going, oh, this dude's fucking weak as piss because he's got a small sample, or some dude's filling half a cup, which is probably unrealistic, but I'm sure it's happened.
I mean, I imagine they've got some inside jokes in the bloody
They have to.
laboratory. What is the fucking name of the people?
I can't remember, man, for the life of me.
People that look at blood and piss and they work in a lab.
Laboratory? No.
No, it's a somethingist.
Shit.
Crikey. Can you just please Google that?
No.
No, Google it.
No.
It's, this is going to piss
It's
me
going to
off
annoy
now.
the shit out of me until we work out what the name of someone who analyzes samples of blood. Pathologist. It's a pathologist.
Pathologist?
It's a pathologist. Like the name of the company, Gribbles Pathology.
Yeah.
The person that works there is a pathologist. It's a
I would never have got that.
It's a pathologist. Why are you still Googling? It's a pathologist.
I'm not Googling anything.
Josh is still Googling. It's a pathologist.
Nah, I'm still Googling.
Anyway, moving on. I actually, one sample I produced, I had to drop it in, and I dropped it into a clinic where someone who knew my ex worked, and word filtered back to me eventually that she picked up my sample but then passed it to the next person to analyze because she didn't want to
Fair enough.
analyze my sample. Yeah. Which is fair enough. That'd be weird.
Yeah, it'd
be weird. Be weird. You don't want to be like, hey,
Your ex's sperm count's pretty good.
saw your fucking husband's jizz.
Oh, it was when you were with your ex?
Yeah, that was when
Yeah.
I was married back in the day, many, many years ago.
That would be quite awkward.
Yeah.
That would be a little awkward, to be honest. What?
But I feel like if it was you behind the counter,
If you're in the
you'd
lab,
be like, ha! And you just run with it.
yeah, 100%.
Snapchatting it to the world.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, look at Caleb's jizz. Just fucking putting a filter on it, making it look green and shit.
Well,
Should be white, just so you know.
no, it
With
can
clear
be
bits.
yellow.
Nah, no.
It can
Yellow's weird.
have a yellow tinge.
Who the fuck wants yellow jizz?
Yeah, well, it's better than red.
It's a bit racist, Caleb.
Anyway, it's at this point we should probably say thank you to the people that support us on this podcast.
Yeah, it's just a good moment.
What a weird segue. They probably don't want to be associated with us. We
No,
just
but-
talked about jizz for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But
But those guys are going through it again. More feel at ease after listening.
Well, yeah, I guess there's a lot of people, and you'd think that it would go through it. So
These
makes
days,
sense,
yeah,
yeah.
we're
definitely.
normalising it, Josh.
Yeah.
We are. We're normalising semen sample for the men out there who need to do it. Don't be afraid. Sometimes you got to do it. For
dear.
whatever reason,
Well, let's move on from semen and bad jokes and move on to our topic intro for this week, shall we?
well, who's introducing the topic? Are you doing it?
We are.
yeah, it sounds like
We are.
I am.
You're talking about yourself in the third person now.
Well, hang on.
I am. We are.
Is this premature?
You usually are.
yeah.
Is this premature?
What, introducing
is-
the topic?
Yeah. We've only been going for a few minutes on
Fuck.
blowing your load in a cup.
Well, we don't need to waffle if we don't want to.
Oh, well, I'm pretty keen to waffle. It's been a pretty interesting.
You want a blue waffle?
It's been a pretty interesting couple of days for Send It, mate, hasn't it?
It has. Where we going?
Continue.
You are
Oh, do you-
driving the bus right now, Josh.
do you
You're
wanna talk-
driving the bus.
Did you want to talk about our weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Go
Okay,
for
cool.
Yeah.
Waffle.
Waffle. I'm going to waffle. Well, we had the privilege to go to a local range at in Pracunga, just outside of Murray Bridge.
Yeah, the privilege that you're a member at. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, the privilege was to
guests.
go with a couple of guests from Gunforce, which is a gun shop in Adelaide. It's just near the entertainment centre. We got to go just spend a day shooting with those boys. We had a barbecue.
It was good fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was shit weather though.
It wasn't too
Or
bad.
did you get a good?
In the morning, it
portion of
was.
No, the wind was horrendous.
In the morning when we rocked up, it was fine. But then it slowly got worse and it ended up being like a, 12 mile an hour wind left to right.
Yeah, like
Yeah. And then that's when we're shooting 600. So that was fun.
yeah, it was good. But we had Jed and Cole from Gunforce come down and had a bit of a shoot. We got to try some of their toys out, and both of
There's
those
some
lads
nice
have
rifles,
some
yeah.
fucking exquisite rifles.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. And it's kind of, funnily enough, shooting Kyle's 6BR. I want a 6BR, right?
We know this.
And he's got it in a Manners stock, and holy shit, that thing was comfortable. You
It's
would
nice.
actually like this stock.
It's a nice stock.
Knowing your likes and dislikes with a few, you like my CZ Precision Trainer, the stock. You don't, not the colour, but
I
you
hate
like
it.
No, you like the palm swell in it and that. You've said you've absolutely loved it.
You see that position trainer I don't like. The one I call the dildo.
Yeah,
You think
said
I would
you
give it?
love it.
Do you think I'd give the name the dildo to a gun I like?
Mate, you should hear your nicknames that I'll give you. And I like you.
I don't look upon that rifle with fondness. If it was your
I'm talking about the ergonomics and how comfortable it is, minus the stock when you're shooting prone, because the stocks with most 22s are way too short when you're shooting prone.
Oh, look, it's comfortable. I can't deny it.
Yeah, I actually think you'd like this.
Wouldn't put it in the like category, but
Well, it is a Manners stock anyway.
Well, I like it, Josh.
Yeah,
So,
you like
yeah,
it.
I got
But
the
this
first-
Manners
first
stock is
kill with it,
amazing.
so.
I like your dad's MDT on his 22 better.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
You do?
See?
Yeah.
See, this is where it gets hard, man. Going to the range and trying new shit out just fucks with the equilibrium of your brain or something. Because I'm just like, I love chassis, but trying this Manners, I'm like, shit. For a dedicated range gun, this Manners is sick.
It is, yeah, I like the stock. It was good. And it looked nice as well.
I find most things, either Magpul or MDT, I generally like and find very comfortable.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
So,
fair
in
enough.
terms of grips, like palm swell, like you just mentioned, MDT or Magpul, both comfortable in my palm. But I'm lucky also because I'm average height and I don't have small or massive hands. So most shit generally fits me pretty well, other than pants.
Because
No, much the same, but pants suit me as well.
yeah.
Some of us have to allow for larger things in the pants.
You wouldn't be able to get skinny jeans, eh?
They look like tights, man. I can't do it.
Chinos.
I can do chinos.
You do chinos.
Yeah, I can do chinos.
Fuck.
Oh, fucking hell.
I just don't like wearing tight pants, man. As a dude, who likes wearing fucking tight pants?
My manager does. I give him
rate
shit
it.
about it all the
I
time.
don't rate it, bro.
But always tight jeans. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
No.
Yeah, it's
They're just
pretty bad.
2 sizes too small for
No
me.
one wants to be restricted.
Oh, no.
Unless you're fucking running a marathon, you need compression. I don't know. Do you need compression on a marathon or sprinting? When's it better to have compression? Sprinting or no? I feel like long distance runners have the loosest shorts ever.
Yeah, and then your sprinters generally have your tights and stuff.
Yeah, but do they have bike shorts on underneath?
Marathon runners, nah, because you can generally there's going to be a ball slip out anytime. And plus, there's videos of them pissing and shitting on the run as well.
Oh yeah, try doing that.
So
Fucking
marathon,
it's
it's loose, very short.
yeah, shit's just got to roll out.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Actually, I had a bit of an incident when I used to wear footy shorts.
You shit yourself.
Actually, at your
probably
was
did,
it your
didn't
Bucks? No, it was the day of your wedding.
You were wearing a blue singlet and white footy shorts on the day of my wedding.
Blue footy shorts.
Maybe the other way around. Yeah,
I don't know.
It was a blue and white ensemble.
But your
footy
photographer took a photo and my nuts were hanging out in one of the photos through my footy shorts because I wasn't wearing jocks.
Correct.
At his wedding.
No.
Yeah, pretty sure it's the morning of.
Pre-wedding. So like,
Oh, okay.
you know when you're getting ready, the
morning.
photographer. Oh, this is all shit I'm trying to not remember anymore, Josh.
For someone that never plays sport,
why
were you wearing
why
footy
did you have
shorts?
footy shorts?
I used to play football.
did you?
Yeah.
Were you shunned?
No.
And that's why you hate
I was
sports?
reasonably good at footy. Not as good as you, obviously, because you natural
Just build.
retardation or something. But just, yeah.
That's why I
Just
don't
play
understand your disdain for AFL right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than
Someone who
it's
used
better
to play.
playing than watching it, man. And that I'm so far out of the loop.
I haven't
Been
watched
out of
footy
the
in a
loop.
long time.
I'm just like,
Yeah, it's like I can't understand why people get around car racing, but then when people explain to me you've got to have a team or follow a driver or something, and then you're invested, and then you get into it, I'm like, okay, I understand that.
You know what? After watching the F1 series on Netflix, I could watch that now, racing.
But people fucking
Like,
sit there and watch
I
like
used to watch-
practice and qualifying and everything. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that.
There's 3 days of shit there.
See, like the V8s, I watch the first probably 4 or 5 laps and then just get a watch in between and then the finish.
yeah.
Because that's when they're either going to crash or something interesting is going to happen. But that just in between where they're just running labs, assist, whatever.
Yeah, it's monotonous.
Like, I
definitely.
understand there's nuance and fucking, oh, when are they going to time this pit stop? Oh, fucking, oh, he's running medium tyres. Shit, got to move to,
We're going to F1 now, are we?
I don't know. He's running hard tyres. You've got to move to intermediates or wets. Fucking, well, he's the only one on intermediates. Shit.
Yeah, see, I don't want to really comment on sports because
You have no
I'm not,
knowledge.
I'm
You
not
have
no
no
longer
knowledge.
no longer like a sporty person. So
Were you ever?
I just said I played footy, watched a little bit of footy.
Oh, you played a bit of rugby in the
earlier
army,
on.
didn't you?
Yeah, played
Yeah.
a bit of rugby in the army. But other than that, these days I'm just like, it's like watching fucking cricket.
Cricket's good. I can watch
Boring.
cricket.
Get fucked. I don't know if you noticed, but every person who's been on the podcast has brought up a sporting person. You're like, huh? Who?
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, as I said, I just don't follow it anymore. I've like these days. I mean, you got YouTube, so I'm belt feeding like hunting or fishing or
See, it's weird. Like, I've stopped watching footy since I stopped playing footy. But I haven't played cricket in years, but I'll sit down and watch it. When the Ashes are on, the TV's mine. And I'll lay there all day and watch it.
I'll watch 5 days of Test, no worries.
Fucking oath.
Good man.
That's where it's at.
5 days.
Yeah, I would sit there and
all
watch
5
it.
days.
I'll-
Mate,
you
I'll try
will
and keep
give up 5 days of your life to watch cricket.
It's not giving up. It's
I mean,
investing.
it's been a long time since I've sat there and watched 5 days, but I've done it.
But then like when you're working and the Ashes are on, like played here, so it's during the day.
Yeah,
But just
think
be
about-
constantly checking the score or
Yeah. Like, I'll have it, if I was working all day, I'd have it on the radio or I'd have it on,
Yeah.
If I was on a computer, I'd have it up on the screen while I'm doing other shit. Just follow it constantly.
for sure.
And then in summer, like over that Christmas, New Year's, like the Boxing Day Test, if you got nothing to do, you just park yourself there under the air conditioning, eating ice blocks.
So I'd rather watch the Sydney to Hobart.
Why?
What?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
What a waste of a
The
fucking
yachts.
fishing
We
trip.
were watching fucking cricket. So yeah, no, Sydney to Hobart, man. That was a big thing in my family.
I don't get that. Yeah.
I don't know,
Oh,
maybe
because
just
your old
tradition.
boy liked a bit of sailing back in the day.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I don't know. I can see how you get into it a little bit more. Your girls are taking up Oz kick, and aren't you watching the Women's League at the moment?
I've taken them along to a few games because, I mean, I'm a Port supporter, so it's the first year that Port have had a team in the AFLW because before that I was like, fuck this shit. It is the worst standard of football you'll ever watch. But since my team has
getting
a
better.
women's team, is actually you're a bit more invested. So again, like I said with the F1, if you have a team and you've got something to invest yourself in, you pay more attention and you actually get into it. So I will still say that AFLW is the worst standard of football you ever watch. But because I've got a team, you get to know the players. You're like, well, at the end of the day, they still fucking bash in and have a crack. And because I've got 2 girls, they actually like going to watch the women more than the men. They get into it much more because they can see more of a correlation to what they can get involved in rather than watching blokes run around. So
Yeah. Yeah, so
It's
I can
still good
understand
fun.
that.
It's good fun, man.
Then it's time out with your girls and that, or
Yeah, because
I can't
you go with them, they get face painting and fucking do a handball competition and get their latest thing now is to get signatures from the players on their Guernseys that they wear. So, as soon as the game's finished, they're at the fence like waving and fucking
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
come over here.
That makes sense.
It's
but
good for girls, man.
I've got to ask the hard question here. So you've got a chittle deer hunt, right? Or you got sports. What are you doing?
What sport?
Yeah, but what sport? Are we talking
Cricket,
AFL
footy,
Grand Final?
or F1? Yeah, Grand Final. There you go.
I think I'd be the one sport that it would tempt me the most, probably the Ashes. Or cricket.
So you'd take that over a chittle deer hunt free?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Completely free. Because that's going to get you. You like free? Yeah.
I have done.
Sold. Well, I mean, not sold. Taken.
I've done a day free at the Ashes in a corporate box. So
That'd be good fun.
all drinks and food free. And this was an Ashes test. I cannot remember the years when David Warner first started playing in the test team.
Ooh.
And he made 100 like fucking rapidly at Adelaide Oval. I can't remember any other detail other than that. But I just remember being pissed. Good food. I remember the arancini balls were fucking off tap. And I remember everyone
arancini
just
balls.
like the vibe in the whole place, just watching Warner make this century.
Oh, it'd be electric.
Fucking hell, that was good.
I could get behind that, and I enjoyed going to the corporate box with you when it didn't cost me shit and there was nothing else on.
I took you once to was it the footy or the Big Bash?
Footy.
Oh,
I would go hunting over watching the cricket.
Like,
But the cricket would tempt me to stay and watch. I would probably try and figure out a way to watch it while hunting.
it's a hard question to answer, Josh, basically, because
We don't hunt in summer.
you're talking about something you participate in versus something you're watching. So entertainment versus participation.
Yeah. But if you ask me to watch someone go hunting, to watch cricket.
you for real?
Yeah.
To watch.
To watch.
Like, all right, so not even hunting. Like, what about, like, say,
Here we go.
Blood Origin?
Changing it midway.
Young Bloods. Yeah, actually, that's a thing that I thoroughly enjoyed was watching the State of Origin. Fucking hell, that was good.
I can't get into State of Origin.
love
I
the
can't
State
get
of
around
Origin.
NRL, man. You're in the wrong state for that.
Yeah.
I know, but I could get around it 100%. It was better than watching like fucking a bunch of dudes like follow each other's asses.
What I don't
and
get is they call that
footy.
football, but they barely kick it.
What I cannot understand with NRL is the crowds and the fucking number of people that go and watch NRL in Queensland and New South Wales. It is pitiful.
Really?
Yes.
Don't they have a
Like, because I'm used to AFL standard
Oh,
of
which is-
crowds, and AFL is I think it's the fourth most attended domestic competition in the world.
Oh, it'd be hard to beat like soccer in Europe and your gridiron in America.
But like for the number of people that go per capita, AFL is fourth most in the world. I believe it is. Fourth most attended. And then you look at NRL and the crowds they get, and you're like, the fucking population of New South Wales and Queensland, why do you cunts not go fucking watch your teams? Like live. Why?
Because they can be doing it at the pub and drinking piss.
Yeah,
and
but you
not-
can be drinking piss at the
drink
venue.
piss at the footy,
in the
man.
stadium, it's not that great. You've got a long way to
Says the
go get
person that-
one or two beers and then get back. And by the time you get back, you finish one. And then by the time you've sat down, you finish the second one, you've got to get up. So you're missing the whole thing.
That's why you buy a tray of four.
It's definitely a pub culture.
You buy a tray of four.
Yeah, stuff that you can be.
No, if you're making the trip, you're going to buy 4
Look,
because you're not
yeah,
going to make the trip 4 times.
definitely going to quad park, that's for sure. Or want to quad park, yeah.
No, you will. Don't. You're not going not.
But I don't know. I can get it. I can get why they, because they're a little bit smarter than maybe AFL players or AFL fucking spectators, and they just can go to my local pub, not spend the money on fees, and watch it on the TV and have the bar like 20 metres away.
Admittedly, I don't go watch footy that often because my team is Victorian. So they play here 4 times a year. Oh, twice.
If you're lucky. Depends on how many times
Yeah, it depends on the
South
rotations.
Australian teams draw them.
There's no point watching anyway. They usually win, regardless of the year we've had. We generally beat the Adelaide teams.
Name them.
Name them.
You just said, the team I support is in
Oh, Bombers.
bloody Essendon.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Garnet.
A lot of rural fucking people in Victoria go for Essendon. Like I reckon most people I've talked to, like from random spots in like rural.
It's a popular team.
From what I've seen, they put on the best show. I watched them.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
You clearly don't watch AFL. Essendon are a fucking
We're
basket case.
struggling the last 5
Well, the last time I watched them, which would have been a long time ago, they were
probably 2000.
They were good.
They were pretty good then.
Bro, the last
this
time
probably
they were in
would have
the
been 06.
last time Essendon played a final was 2004.
It's been a while.
maybe it was 04 then. I don't know, but yeah.
Oh, I think they won the premiership in.
Didn't they? They
2000?
drew. They
99?
drew on this.
2000, yeah.
So maybe it wasn't a grand final.
It was. We lost one game,
That's right.
and that was against Brisbane, I think.
Yep.
And that's when Brisbane went on their winning streak.
That's right. And then from then on, it was Brisbane and then Port and then blah, blah, blah.
Port was very short lived, but yeah.
Not really. Because they bowed out. They bowed out in the prelim 2 years in a row, and then they made the grand final.
Was that 2006 when they made the grand final and choked
04,
real hard?
04 and they won. 07 they lost by 119 points to Geelong. We won't mention that.
Yeah, that was. I watched a quarter of that, and they were down by 40 or 50, and I'm like, yeah.
But to be fair, in 07 Port shouldn't have made the grand final because it was a very, very young team, and they just, I don't know how they fucking made the final anyway. They shouldn't have made it.
I guess a young team, they're always going to be up and down. So 1 week they'll perform real well.
Yeah, they just got overawed by the occasion. Geelong were well oiled.
Yeah.
That's where Josh just fucking glazed over. Why haven't you answered my question? It's because
What was your question?
we can't. We can see hunting's something I can participate in. I can't play an AFL grand final. I can't play in the Ashes.
Well,
not now.
The grand final. But
Not now.
You could play footy.
I can't. No, I can't. I'm 35. I can't play in an AFL team now.
Oh, not in a professional AFL
No,
team.
I can't play at that level now.
But there was
People retire at my age.
There was a guy that debuted at 33.
When? For who?
Because the guy that
Oh, it would have just been like a mature age recruit. Mid-season recruit
he
or
was,
something?
well, he debuted his first game, but he was part of the team, I guess, technically, for 6 years, but never got a game, and then got his
AFL?
final game. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
obviously it's rare.
Yeah, I feel like why didn't he get delisted after that long?
Yeah. Speaking of watching hunting, have you guys seen the new Meat Eater?
Yes.
No.
New episode? It's good. It's not a bad episode.
Send the link. I did not open it. I'm being honest.
He went out with.
It requires a sign up, and you're probably like, "Fuck that."
He went out with a fella from Black Rifle Coffee Company. What's his name?
Yeah, don't know.
Can't remember his name.
Jim Bob.
But yeah, no, it was good. It was definitely
It's a
good.
very hard hunt by the looks of it.
Yeah, yeah. They got a
I went to his cabin in the fucking wet country where it always rains, and he goes fishing.
West.
You know, does he own it or his brother?
West. Montana? What are we talking?
Can't even remember the fucking state.
Colorado, Montana,
Nah.
Nebraska, Wyoming. I don't know. I'm running out of knowledge. I don't even know where Wyoming is. Is it Northwest? I don't know.
Pennsylvania.
California.
It's a western coast.
Washington.
Yeah, Western Coast.
Washington.
I can't remember. It's where they do that loan show.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's the loan's on
I think it's
Vancouver
Vancouver.
Island.
I think it's Vancouver, but I think Vancouver's southwest, is it?
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't know.
It's not on. I don't think it's on.
There's too many fucking states.
Seattle in Washington.
I fucking can't remember. But yeah, no, it was good. They got a blacktail. They got a. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool story.
It's funny, like thinking about, like, I watched a
Tape it off real quick.
I watched a video that compared Australia to United States, and we're the same rough size, but how many states they have compared to us? Obviously, if we had a whole country of livable area, it'd probably be much the same.
Yeah, we all live on the coast.
But how crazy is that? They got, what, 51 states? 52.
52.
And
52.
7. Well,
Yeah.
states and territories.
But how? Land's just uninhabitable, man. It's terrible. You know what would make it habitable?
Not a canal.
Don't you fucking even say the word.
A canal.
Don't say this. That is the new C word.
I was actually talking to a guy at work the other day. I'm like, if we could work out a way
Oh, you
to
speak to
deal
people.
with... Yes.
Friend. Friend.
I got one friend. It's none of you two.
Don't use my joke. I pulled this on you the other day. I was like, when I was talking about used to, I'm like, oh, one's a friend. I'll let you work it out. Which one?
Yeah, I'll just let you know who. if we could utilise the Murray instead of it flowing out in the ocean or the floods in Darwin, it'd be good.
Well, there's a fuck ton of water coming our way right now, so
Yeah.
let's try and divert
We need
that
to
shit.
divert that shit to fucking Alice.
Just inland.
Yeah, Alice. It's pretty much inland from everywhere.
Or throughout the fucking WA. And, well, we should just cut WA off of fucking Australia. Just,
Turn them into Tassie, number 2.
sorry, Jason.
I mean, they're basically like, I don't want to say they're like the Texas equivalent
WA.
because they're not cool like Texas.
I think Queensland would probably be the Texas.
Yeah, Texas. No, people have said that actually.
Yeah.
Texas is the Queens.
It's more
Queensland is
country
the-
orientated that I feel like anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's WA then? Equivalent?
Maybe
Canada.
California.
Canada. They are the Canada.
The Canada? No.
Canada.
No way.
Yeah.
Canada's friendly. Like WA locks everyone out.
No, Canada's woke. I feel like WA is going woke.
Is Canada woke?
Yes, 100% Trudeau.
Well, apparently Washington State is pretty woke. According
makes
to
sense.
someone who lives there, just outside Seattle, not in Seattle.
Okay.
That makes sense, though. Just cross the border.
Done. Cool. Well, we've drained that dry, Josh.
Yeah. It's kind of like our Central Australia.
Drained it.
No, well, 2 of us seeing meat eaters and 1 not, which is blasphemous.
I've got around to it yet, mate. I've got a lot to catch up on, actually.
It didn't suit him to watch it.
Yeah.
Don't even. Don't even.
Oh, these two in the chat today.
fucking
fucking like children.
No, don't bloody fucking probe.
No, we can probe.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Nah, I'm just not gonna talk on the chat.
Oh, we
I've
need-
given up actually calling you. I just won't call you anymore. Like, no.
I feel like if it's important, you should call me.
Nah.
I'm just going to sit back.
Even if it was important, nah, not going to call you. Because you don't answer anyway, and then you don't get back to us. So it's like, well, I'm not missing out on
I have a
anything,
rule.
so-
Does
I
he
have a
not
rule.
answer you, Josh?
I have a
No,
rule.
he
Oh,
doesn't.
he answers me every time I call.
I know.
Have a fucking rule. Is
no
don't
Josh
leave a
time.
voicemail. I'm not fucking calling you back.
Oh, no, that's true.
I've had
Yeah.
that rule since I was in sales when I used to get fucking, I don't know how many calls a day. And I'm like, cunt, if you don't fucking leave a voice message, I'm not calling you back.
Or at
I
least
feel
send
like
a
that
text.
should differ for your mates.
Again.
No, it's simple. You just be like, dude, give me a call back. Fucking, do you know what? And then I see a little message come up and I play it. Oh, okay, I'll call you back.
See, if I don't leave a voice message, but if someone doesn't answer, I'll flick him a message if I need to talk to him.
No, I feel like it calls
Because I
prompt enough.
flick you a message because I know that your phone's right here. I call, you're like,
No.
nah. Because I see you do it to everyone else.
Nah.
And
If,
that's why I'm like,
if I'm
Josh, I
talking
need
to
to talk to you
someone
about
else or I'm doing something, typically I'm not going to answer my
You're not
phone.
doing
But
a lot.
as soon as I get a chance to, I'll either message or call back. 100%.
When's not your chance to?
Oh, all the time, man.
Yeah.
Could be balls
Yeah,
deep, mate.
I suppose you gym, but then I'm always talk to you when you're at the gym.
Nah.
So that's not out of the phone call.
Unless it's like dire, then I'll answer in the gym. But the gym's my time, so I sort of just zone out in the gym.
Well, I swear you've called me at the gym and I've called you and you've been
Yeah,
at the gym.
because it's been dire straits, like, or a pressing matter where I want to, like, because the gym you get time to think. So I'm like,
I must have
you know,
answers.
I must have answers.
Well, if I'm allowed to defend myself, when you fucking send a message, which is the only question I can see in the chat that I didn't respond to, I was up a fucking ladder scraping a ceiling.
48 hours later,
So I
there's still
saw
no
it.
fucking response.
That was a dirty ceiling, man. It took a while. That was overtime.
I fucking actually did, actually. And then next minute, I haven't responded. The chat's carried on. Then there was no follow-up from you. You got to follow up. This is
Well, that's what his follow-up was.
Follow-up.
It was like, I'm talking to
his
myself.
follow-up. His follow-up was to just fucking bitch out and be like, I'm just obviously talking to myself here.
Yeah, no, well, I figured because we've flooded the chat before, and, you know, let's face it, we all don't always catch up on the chats when you're talking to people, because sometimes if you've got, like, you know, 2 or more people in a chat, it just gets flooded with shit that's just not pertinent, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I kind of get that, but you said this. Oh, I don't want to like put anything on the chat, so we can all see it.
There's times when I've or you've asked something,
Yeah,
and then you're waiting for Caleb to see as well. But then there's times where I've done that. Just I've asked something, waiting for both of you to see. You've seen it, commented, like, sweet, waiting for Caleb. And then you're like, oh, what about this? Have you done this? Have you done that? And just watching it just move up the chat.
I'm trying to stop doing that myself, not flood it so people can see the messages, maybe not a voice message, but a text message.
If it's flooded, then you got to follow up, bro.
Yeah.
Simple. It's got a hierarchy of information.
then-
if you need answers, follow up.
To be honest, the flooded chat that you're talking about that he needed to follow up on was like one scroll up, and you got to it. There wasn't much effort to get to that.
Look, I don't really care because at the end of the day, you were right with your message. We're going to talk about it tonight, but once again, I just thought let's have a chat about it. But who cares? And
Is that something we're going to bring up?
Well, I'm glad we're
through
through the
this?
peace pipe.
Do we hint on what we're going to talk about tonight?
yeah,
I don't see a problem with it.
we'll need to do it.
Which
Putting it out there in fucking podcast land.
Which portion of fucking shit are you talking about?
Well, no, that was another.
From the items.
The thing I didn't answer is
Oh, no, not that one.
completely unrelated.
Yeah, no, that one, no.
This is cryptic. And to anyone out there listening, sorry. We're just having a fucking internal business meeting.
I'm
here.
sure Caleb will edit it out and you won't hear me say that. So it's fine.
Well, while we're going on, are we talking about GF or GI?
What's GI? Joe? Joe.
They're both
Yeah.
GF, you dickhead.
Great pizzas.
Sorry, GFI or GF? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you.
Sorry.
Why'd I
I'll
take
miss
so
out
long?
one letter. GF or GFI?
No, I'm not going to talk about.
Don't let the dyslexic guy do acronyms for
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, not the best.
GIF, GIF. Oh, let's make a
You
GIF.
talk about the GIF. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No, we're teasing. People can guess. Let's not go into it tonight.
No, tonight?
Not till we
No.
get balls deep in it.
All right.
There's some exciting things.
Yes.
There's a ground.
Sorry, there's going to be a bit of editing there, man.
Or just leave it in. Fuck it. But yeah, it's going to be, there's a few things that have happened recently that are just snowballing, I guess.
There's some interesting things coming for Senate, mate. And
Yeah. And if you want to know, you just sign up to our Patreon.
Don't do that. Because then
we
I got to
haven't got
answer
Patreon.
every person who asks what our Patreon is. We don't have one yet.
No, not yet. We will.
But just know that there's some things in the works. It's going to involve a lot more work for us, but even more reason for you guys to support us so we can bring you more excellent content, reviews, and some cool shit.
Yeah.
So, again, thanks for listening. Please continue to support us.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, share, review. Done.
Oh, God.
So, in a roundabout way, do you want to get back to what you were talking about, which is introducing the topic to us?
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah, I was about to say, let's move on.
That was half
And
an hour.
Let's move on because we have came twice. We've gotten past the premature stage and we've kept going like a real man should. Let's get on to the topic, like a dream.
Your missus should come first, man. And then you can come.
Yeah.
That's just a rule.
I'll let it come to us.
As I said, for those people that are truthful men out there, it happens. There is nothing wrong with it as long as you can back it up.
You back up.
Is that how you operate?
Yeah.
Come prematurely the first time. Sorry, I'll go again. And then, I got it right the second time. Did you get there? Yep.
You know what they say about guys that think they're fucking, fucking Lightning McQueen in the bedroom.
What?
Actually, Lightning McQueen's probably a bad fucking thing because he was quick.
Don't bail out now.
But
Continue.
a superstar in the bedroom.
What?
They're fucking lying.
What about guys who know they are superstars in the
Well,
bedroom?
99% of the guys tell the truth and 1% fucking lie about it. So where are you sitting in there?
Oh, you're 1%. I'll give you that.
I mean, I do all right.
Well, not from what I was just saying. If I can back it up, that's
Or was it reverse psychology?
No matter what I say, you're like, you're fucking lying. So there's no point. What's the point of trying to fucking defend yourself or trying to say anything?
No,
I
see-
think I do all right. I think I do a good job.
I've heard you and your missus go at it, mate. And 100% your fallback's your tongue.
Wow.
All right. Well,
That is not.
Yeah, let's just move on from
What
that.
the fuck, bro? My fallback is my tongue.
Yeah.
Have you heard or watched?
No, I've heard they were pretty thin walls. And I've heard you as well. What are you talking about?
We've all heard each other root, all right?
Jesus.
I feel like you need more than one time to get a proper sample size.
It was more than once. It was more than once.
It's not my fallback.
As I said, you're justifying it.
Anyway, there's no point me fluffing up my own fucking skirt. If you want a first-hand review, go ask her. I dare you to go ask her. And you have asked her, and she's told you the truth.
Bro, you got to look good for your boys. Your missus should back you up.
My missus tells the truth. It doesn't, and again, it probably doesn't matter what she says. You're just going to be like, "Oh, you're just sticking up for it."
Oh yeah, if it's good.
So what's
then
the
you'd be
point
like,
of even asking the question in the first place? You think I'm bullshitting? You think she's bullshitting?
So we've had this conversation about what women talk about compared to men when they're together with their mates. Chicks will go into eyes this long, and different sizes and details and shit like that.
All right, go ask my missus friends that you've never met what she has told them. Because girls talk about it in detail with each other.
I feel like she's gonna she'll stick up for you. I do.
No.
I feel like she's not going to talk about the bad times or the quick times. I should say.
I don't have quick times ever. I will fucking ever. God's honest truth.
I do wonder how like you pre-plan an hour before I'm going to fucking fluff myself up and fucking spit one out just so I'll last longer.
I think you be the one to fluff up.
Bro, I've never had that issue. Maybe once when I was like fucking 16 for the first time, but never. It's not an issue.
Right.
Yeah, the time you go quick is when you want to and just get it over and done with. Or at least you claim that. You're like, I'm done.
I've been pretty honest where I'm at, man. So
going in dry, coming out dry.
I'm an open book, bro. I'm just an average.
That doesn't mean I have
Aussie
to.
bloke.
That doesn't mean I have to fucking concur and be like, "Oh, it's all right, bro. I'm the same," because I'm not. I don't have to agree with you. I prefer to tell the truth.
Maybe you should become a porn star then, mate.
No,
But if you
No
were
interest.
a porn star, would you say you are now? So maybe you are.
You never know, John.
I have no idea where this is going, but let's
Oh,
get
That's
back
why he's
on
so
the
busy all the time.
fucking
He can't
today's topic.
talk.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fucking
why,
filming,
That's why I
man.
can't ask you in the chat. Fucking on set, bro.
Really? How many movies are you selling?
They don't call them movies, they call them films.
Yeah, they do.
Same thing.
Why? I don't feel compelled to fucking justify myself to you. Can we move on? You fucking teased the topic twice. What is it? Tell people.
He
Already
said it,
have.
but you might as well say it again. Introduce the topic.
Oh God,
I don't feel like you actually said what the topic was.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, let's move on and get on to this week's topic, which is like a dream.
No, I have the first one, don't I? All right. Well, like a dream, I went with.
It's lasting longer than 30 seconds.
I broke the 29 seconds. I haven't quite broke the 30. It's a battle.
Oh shit!
But like a dream, I went dream hunt. So naturally, we're a shooting podcast. I thought I'd go that way for once.
Yeah, cool. Because I went shooting last week, so it's my turn to be fucking stupid. So you guys can keep it on the level.
All right. So obviously, when I was a guest on this podcast, I said red deer was probably one I want to go for, and then it was elk. Well, I've changed. I want to go elk. So elk, where can I go elk hunting in the US? So I went Colorado.
When did you go?
Oh, when can I? Or where could I?
Well, you just said I went.
All right. Fucking hell.
I'm like, when did you go?
Okay, so I'm going to bring this back to messages in the chats with Caleb. So Caleb is a very intellectual person, and he will pick. And look, it has certainly
Josh is
helped
bitter.
me with my
Josh is
punctuation and spelling, but he will pick on anything that you've got, 100%. Sorry, I just had to put in there.
Oh, look, I'll admit, sometimes if I just want to be a cunt, I'll pick on it. I'll just default back to that. But other times I'm like, can you fucking just spell in actual English?
Hell yeah.
I don't. I'm
Sorry, Couchy.
No one likes to interpret English.
Anyway.
Should just
So-
be read.
My choice is to hunt elk in Colorado. I've got a few reasons why. So Northwest Colorado is favourable is because it has the largest migratory herd in North America. So that I fucking lost it, but it's so the elk population estimates to be around 280,000. So
Holy shit,
I
in
thought-
one state.
What is that? The migrating herd?
That's not
Well,
one
that's
herd.
the total population.
Oh,
of that
total
state.
population. Yeah, in Colorado.
Jesus, that's a lot of deer.
And
Or elk even.
I want you to guess the inches of the largest elk.
87.
Inches. You're way off. You're way off.
Higher or lower?
So I don't know how they measure this, but you're way higher.
Way higher.
Way higher.
Jeez.
The width is 75 inches.
Bloody hell.
Now, what's that in centimeters? Like that'd be
2.4 inches roughly to the
75 inches. That's got to be close to 2 meters.
2.54
2.4 centimeters.
2.54 centimeters per inch.
Yeah.
No, it's 2.4. I'm pretty
It's
sure.
2.54.
This is not more of this backyard science.
Again. There are 2.54 centimeters or 25.4 millimeters to an inch.
Yeah.
Trust me, Josh. When I'm converting,
So Josh can't even convert the whole.
2.44, you're right.
thank you.
Yeah. So times up by fucking 75 while you got the calculator open.
That wasn't a calculator. But all right.
Look, it's just under 200
Yeah.
centimeters, so just under 2 meters. Yeah.
So the spread or the width.
190.5.
That's fast math.
Yes. So the width is 2 meters. So how many inches is the total, however they measure it? It's 525 inches. I'm not sure if they measure like the beam plus the fucking.
Oh, so it's like the equivalent of the fucking
Yeah.
Douglas
You know what I'm hearing?
score.
But this thing
Because I'm
is-
so short, it would drag on the ground in my back.
Oh, this thing would.
Make his.
It'd be hard
his
to
fellow
mount
look
in this
like a
room.
fucking
What-
whole deer.
Oh,
so
it would.
short it would drag on the ground in your pack. Oh, you're talking about if you put an elk head on your
Yeah.
backpack.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought we were still talking about dicks again
Oh, my dick drags on the ground.
because you're so short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because you got
You got 3-inch
fucking
legs.
little. Yeah. They're toothpicks, the length and
But
width.
You can't say that, but I can. So which sounds better when you're meeting someone? Hey, my dick drags on the ground.
Anyway, so I had a look at.
I don't think I've ever introduced myself to anyone like that.
So the good thing about Colorado is they have over-the-counter tags for elk. So you don't have to apply
Because they have
for
290,000
Yeah.
of the cunts.
So you don't have to apply for a tag and hope to win it. So as a non-resident, it'd be great to do that. So a non-resident tag could cost you $670 American, and a cow or calf will cost you $500, which I thought was quite high.
There's not much of a difference between the two.
No, well, yeah, there's a little bit, but
I mean, there's a lot of meat either way.
That's
Yeah,
not
fucking
bad though. If you can get it, can
I'm
you
gonna-
get onto free range, like public land?
yes,
You can.
yes.
I feel like that's what you would.
Now, and moving on with the meat. So a bull was 218 pounds of meat or 98 kilos. And a cow is roughly 169 or 76 kilos.
Is that it?
Well, yeah,
Of
that's
meat?
what of meat. So that's what was
Really?
that's what I said.
Fuck, I would have thought there'd be more meat.
They're big bone, man.
We're talking
have no
guts
idea.
out.
Yeah, meat.
Yeah,
Not carcass weight, it's meat.
yeah.
So it's recoverable meat.
Fair enough. Bone out.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would have thought there would have been
I
more.
don't think I've ever weighed like a fallow with the meat brought because usually we leave bone in. So,
Yeah,
Well, sheep, big sheep's like
well, the lambs we buy, they're
21, 20. That's
20
a big
kilo?
one ish.
you get a big deer, you get what, 30, 40 kilos of meat. So, okay, 98.
weight.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that's a lot of meat.
Sounds reasonable for meat then.
But yeah, so
That's me in meat.
yes. Well, no, it's
Imagine if
probably,
I was just meat bone
it's
out.
probably a little less than you, to be honest.
But it's just hard to fathom because of the
He's a little
size
less than me.
difference.
Well, I've never been up close to an elk, so I couldn't like sort of fathom the size of them.
That's what people
Yeah, but
say when you and I
they're-
stand next to
they're-
each other.
They're clearly going to be big. Like
The calf difference is huge.
they're going to be obviously
Black and white.
as bad as or bigger than a red. And you got to think
Well,
about your
yes.
red on the forklifts, how big that was in comparison to you.
Elk are commonly
Oh, that
mistaken for moose.
Yeah, well, That's what I'm
So
talking
the
about.
size
It
of-
doesn't seem like enough meat for the sheer size.
They're not the size of a moose, but they're a horse.
I'm sorry. Who's mistaking a fucking?
This is what it was said.
who's mistaking?
I read it.
A moose and an elk.
Well,
Yeah, I feel like there's
Their
a big
heads
difference.
look completely different.
yeah, I know, but there's a lot of people that mistake cats for a cougar.
That's plausible.
A cat for a cougar.
A cat that's been munging out on, I don't know, small dogs or fucking something that's a lot big.
Cat that's been eating small dogs.
Fucking just take them up to Queensland and sort out your issues, Aussie.
No, but do you get what? Like Crocs, if they're feasting on, say, buff, they're bigger. They just get bigger. Like if a cat's feeding on something larger, maybe even taking small deer or fawns or something like that, and it grows bigger, but it's still a cat, but it's a sizable difference. I mean, that's kind of possible.
Yeah.
Well, it is possible. We know this.
All right, well,
It's fair and reasonable.
I thought it was fitting for a podcast to play some audio sound.
Does this mean I have to put the button up?
No, because I'm not connected. I'll just go through the mic.
Bloody
But
hell.
I think the sound of an elk is something that I sort of, I don't know, I love it. Each time I hear it, it gives me sort of goosebumps and chills.
Do you think it would be better in real life as well?
Fucking oath it would be.
Yeah, like bone chilling.
So
Do you masturbate to the sound of elk?
sometimes,
We only needs a 5-second
yeah,
clip.
if-
Well, obviously.
if I want to go quick.
Do we need to get out of the fucking fall zone here? Or what? It's the gushing sound in the background that's what's getting you up.
That's his sex tape, mate.
Yes.
That's not an elk.
So just some stats on the sound. They're the loudest members of the deer family. So their frequency is roughly 2 kilohertz and higher. And as a reference, a screaming baby is 0.3 kilohertz. So Caleb, you probably referenced that pretty quite well.
Times two.
But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting fact. And
Sorry, I'm still stuck on you masturbating towards to elk sound.
well, you can't masturbate to that.
No,
It's relaxing.
not unless it's a lower kilohertz that somehow like massages my prostate or something. I don't know.
It's a vibration.
Yeah, the vibration.
Yeah.
Subwoofer.
Next
mate.
to a tweaker.
You sit on the subwoofer, don't you?
You sit next to the tweaker.
You fucking sit on the subwoofer. You do.
I'm going to bridge a gap here. You're talking about masturbating to an elk sound.
Oh, I want to see
There
this
we
bridge.
go.
No.
Build that bridge.
When you hunt a deer and you've now suddenly got meat to provide to your family and you're butchering it out and shit, that shit doesn't make it hard?
Yeah, do you fuck the meat?
No. Knowing that you're going to come home like a fucking, it's raw. It's like from field to plate very quickly, maximum effort. Or you just get home and you're just like, oh, that's it, get on the bed.
Just go caveman.
To your missus, obviously, not to the meat. Jesus. You're looking at me weird.
Well,
But
you can't-
you kind of
no,
feel
you can't
masculine and sort of manly.
Yeah. You
And
can't
just like,
fuck the meat when you get home. It's cold. You do it outfield.
You do just fucking throw chops at her, bone in. Take it.
No, he's more of a shank guy.
no, but don't you like get home and you just like you that jacked up in testosterone because yeah,
I'm a man.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you get that?
No, I get a deep sense of satisfaction that I've provided for my family. Doesn't get me erect.
No,
You just asked, does it get me hard?
you're glossing over like the
one
the
point
actual
he wants,
point.
He just wants you
man.
to give the right answer. Just say yes.
No. Look, okay. Hey, you don't feel like a man bringing meat home to your missus, which is obviously something you don't do very often.
That's different to what you asked.
No,
That's different.
fuck, thank you, judge and jury.
You just changed the question.
Move the
mid-rough
goalposts.
answer.
I want you to shit at football.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. You kick. You wanted someone to move the goalpost for you because you fucking kicked it out.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. It does. You don't get home and you're just like
You
"Oh."
change it all the
It
time. so-
satisfies me nearly as much as ejaculating
It satisfies you
whilst looking at you in the eyes.
whilst watching your kids eat.
What?
You're a weird cunt.
into it.
That is weird.
Yep. Strange.
Ejaculation and watching kids eat.
Now the
should not be in
ginger
the
beard
same,
makes sense.
should not be in the same
Fuck.
sentence. What's wrong with a ginger beard?
Seedy as fuck.
It's a recessive gene.
You can see why it's recessive.
Yep. We only need one Caleb in this world.
What do I put up with?
All right, and the last question. How old do you think an elk roughly gets typically in the wild? So they actually live longer in the wild than in captivity. But yeah.
I'm going to say with the management and
How many
that's
years?
out there.
No, this is natural in the
We're
wild.
talking about average lifespan of an elk,
Yeah.
unmolested.
Unmolested.
Without hunting pressure and all the rest of it.
Well, hunting pressure is almost natural. Like maybe hunting from a wolf or a human.
A wolf.
So I feel like if there's elk in Yellowstone, I don't know if there are, but if there is, they're going to live longer than somewhere where it's pressured. And you're talking about hunting pressure is natural.
All right, my question was just average. So stop
I'm
trying
going
to.
to say 12 years.
Okay. Caleb?
8.
Oh, way off. 26.
What the
They're
fuck?
the longest living deer family.
Wow.
26 years and 24 in captivity.
Okay.
If they fucking negate cougars and shit.
Well, yeah, but it's
Yeah,
average.
lions,
So
definitely cool.
there's obviously going to be elk that will go longer.
Yeah. Some that'll go shorter.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Premature
man.
elk.
It's a natural.
That's insane.
natural thing.
Some go a bit sooner, Josh. It's
They
all
do.
right. It's okay.
So
Some
they
people
do.
have to.
Yeah.
Just brings the
Some
national
people
average
can
down a
back it
bit.
up. That's right.
It's a real.
Some
it's, a,
people are truthful.
it's a real struggle that they.
It's all right. I think the average is something ridiculous, man. Like a minute or some shit. Like it's actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
Poor women out there.
Oh, I wish I made a minute.
Same.
We can't all be satisfiers.
It'd be way
Can't.
quicker.
There's always one in the room.
Is there? Well, there is always one in the room. You are right.
See how he changes it, like
It
afterwards.
does. Yeah, exactly. To suit himself.
No, but it pretty much concludes me.
Oh, I was talking about you then.
No, I don't know.
Is that what you say after ejaculating?
Yes.
That pretty much concludes me.
Usually,
It's a film, not a movie.
usually ends in disappointment. but-
Curtain goes down.
Close the curtains means something completely different.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Oh, dear.
We do respect each other's missuses, believe it or not.
And each other.
Sorry.
What we're doing. But, hey, what are mates for?
Yeah, what's the Australian way? Treat your mates like cunts and your cunts like mates.
Well, no. If you call someone a mate, that's bad.
Well, yeah, in a way. It depends on the tone.
Oh, he
and the way
rolls
you
out
say it.
champ when he's shitty, which is why I did it in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I said
fuck it,
mate.
I've been
I
waiting
said mate
I've
today.
been waiting for an opportunity to champ you back, my friend.
When you said champ, yeah, that was funny.
See, I tried to counteract that with a mate.
I know.
I was like, fucking mate. Our chat can get dark at times.
When I saw that chat, I'm like, I'm not commenting. I'm just going to let it just sit.
Oh, dear. Nah, look.
And then you'll comment when I ask you about times tonight. You're like, it's not convenient for you to answer. I'm like, fuck off.
It's another backhanded swipe.
How was I involved in that?
You got to, like, it's not that bad. Like, I don't think any of us cares.
Oh, you were in a mood when you rocked up though today.
No, I was actually tired, man, when I rocked up.
It's a long day.
Well, it has been, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it has.
Okay. No, that's fair enough.
But, yeah, no, I was just tired, man. Just trying to... Actually, one thing some people won't get, and that's how much energy a podcast takes. And because I'm not well articulated, I stress these days before coming on. Because I'm like, I've got
that vibe.
I've got to project myself in a certain way, but I've still got to be me.
Just be you.
Look, I still got to be me, yeah. But at times, I feel like my brain doesn't work properly.
At times.
you're sort of like a rambling mess.
I'm used to it by now.
Performance anxiety.
Well, sometimes. Well, actually, I think it might be. So I almost psych myself up these days, and I'm like to get in the mind frame to try and remember the words to say, and instead of creating more things for Caleb to edit when I can't
fuck
remember
it.
words
Just-
and shit
just
like
let him
that.
edit.
Like,
He
you know,
loves it.
he puts a lot of pressure on me.
I feel like it's a natural side effect of premature ejaculation. Performance anxiety. You're just like, I got to last longer this time.
See, this is where I've been quite honest with everything, mate. Like, and I've said in the past, like, you just go in, do your thing, get out. You're good.
Why do you keep coming back to this? Like,
We have come back to it a lot. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on your back a lot.
come on a lot of backs.
Have you?
No.
Baby,
No,
come back.
no. That song's taking on a new meaning for me now. No, there's better places than backs.
Yes. Legs.
To watch it dribble down? Well,
Yes.
what are you talking about?
There's a natural. There's a natural.
Let's say something random.
There's a natural valley on the back. Almost.
Gutter, there it is.
No,
I'm gutter.
No, almost like a canal, actually.
Just directs us straight down the centre.
Jesus. I'm trying to think where you want to jizz. Like,
Well,
in the vagina?
most places are better.
Straight in the
most
eye.
places are better than the back.
No, a back gives you a clean slate or a clean canvas. Just,
Paint a picture,
yeah.
self-portrait,
Fucking blue light. Be creative.
thermal that shit afterwards.
actually, I was just thinking that. Maybe that's on to try.
I'm not sure.
No, I bet you no one has done thermal.
I don't think it'll work too well.
It was coming out
Fucking
pretty hot.
man. I don't know if you felt your
So-
own.
Yeah, but like obviously the skin's body temperature as well. Not inside, internal, but
No, I reckon it's going to be hot. Or there's going to be a difference between.
you want to be quick. Or you thermaling during.
But if it's less, if it's not as hot, it's going to come out with white. If you're on like black hot, white cold, so you'll see it. It'll stand out.
That's right.
If one's hotter than the other.
Surely semen comes out body temperature.
There's only it'll be
like
internal, but internal body temperature, and then skin's external.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it'd be different, but it'll
so-
it'll equal pretty
Yeah,
quick.
but when you take your temperature, you put it in your mouth or up your ass to get, or under your arm. You're taking your temperature, so it's more of an internal.
You went there pretty quick, bro.
All right, I'm talking about thermometers, like traditional ones, not the fucking gun ones you point at your head. I'm just having COVID
Trying
flashback.
to get Colin's fucking temperature.
He's putting the laser in
But
his
no,
ass
no,
as well. He's like, oh yeah.
Old school thermometers, it's more of an internal temperature because it's once upon a time was up your ass, but most of the time it's in your mouth under your tongue. So that's more of an internal temperature.
Have you ever had to do up your ass temperature?
No.
Have you ever had a thermometer in your mouth and it tastes like shit?
No. It was always under the armpit for me as a kid.
Yeah, I was on it. Yeah, for me as well.
Yeah.
Under the tongue.
Yeah.
Every time I take my kids' temperature, it's under their tongue.
This conversation,
There's-
I have no idea.
There's
how
so
we
many
got to
ways this can go
But
bad.
do you know what? During COVID though, because I had my temperature taken fucking so many times, like on the way into work, every customer I went out and visited, and I shit you not, 99.9% of the time my temperature was 36.2,
Yeah.
and so was everyone else's. I think the things were fucking broken.
Oh yeah. Maintain business.
They're probably from Bunnings as well, so they're probably not
Oh, yeah.
terribly
China.
reliable.
And then after a while, like I don't work there anymore, so I don't give a shit. But I just started taking the piss and writing because you record your own temperature on the way into work. And I'd just write the most ridiculous thing down. I'm like, I wonder if anyone even looks at this.
48 degrees, yeah.
So I'd put like 39.5.
Dead.
Yeah.
No, days would go past, no one said anything. So I'm like, no one fucking looks.
It's just a protocol.
But if I had a temperature of 39, I'd be close to death probably.
Well, your guts start cooking himself, man.
What is it? 2 degrees.
And surely
It's not much for the human body to just, like, yeah.
surely that would flag if anyone's looking at the list of names with temperatures.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
39,
everyone be-
39 what the fuck? He's got COVID.
See, this is the other thing that's actually, this raises a good point. This is the other thing that's hard to believe. Yet,
Hard to
like
swallow.
my sisters have said, oh, I've got a temperature of like 39. I'm like,
Get fucked.
wait a second, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
You know, it's always exaggerated because let's face it, if your normal body temperature is say 46, for argument's sake, and you say, oh, I've got a body temperature of 46.9 or 47, people will look at that and go, wait a second, that's pretty close to normal. But if you say 49, sorry, 30, 36, sorry, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of like, I don't know, elevates your story to being bad, but it's not true because, hyperthermia is there's not a lot in the difference.
Well, on the opposite, because you're getting to the opposite side of the scale, like where I worked, chicks were recording their temperature, the old point at their forehead ones, 35.1. I'm like, you should have hypothermia.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
You for real, 35.1, do it again. How? Like the things are broken, surely.
Yeah. There's not much in it for the human body, is there?
No.
Yeah, like you got pretty much 2 degrees either side of
Were you guys saying hyper for cold?
hypo.
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 That's
And
the first time we heard
hyper.
hypo, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
You said hyper every time.
No, I made sure
Caleb will be able to tell us.
I mean, on review,
Yeah.
I reviewed
no,
the
I'm
tape.
pretty sure I made sure I pronounced hyper.
Yeah.
It's just strange for Couchy to be bringing us to a point of order on how we're speaking. Say wolf again.
Woof.
Yep, he's from Melbourne.
We
Dude, actually, talking about fucking
can't pronounce
Victorians,
L's.
do you know what shits me most about? Because Victorians have their own accent compared to us.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
They cannot say their E's and A's properly.
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
That's how the locals say it.
No, that's the
Melbourne.
city slickers.
Melbourne. And
Melbourne. No, Melbourne.
Peel.
No.
Yeah,
No, it's
Peel.
Paul.
If a word
Cool.
starts with E,
No, I'm country, so it's different to Melbourne.
my example is if a word starts with E, Melburnians say it as an A. So, like, if you used to say the word
Example.
element, they will say element.
Element. I don't know.
Shits me.
You guys say Stobie pole.
Wangaratta. Yeah, they sort of like pronounce their fucking A's a bit more, don't they? Or change their
Well,
E's
any
to
word
an
that
A.
starts with E, I've noticed a lot. I listen to a lot of Melbourne like podcasts or radio.
They certainly do have a different
Well, maybe I've been away too.
way of talking. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's beside the point. That's a digression we don't need to go down. Because
It
we have a
is.
lot of listeners in Victoria, so thank you for your listenership.
Yes.
Josh, I think you're up. Let's go.
So for this week, we've just come off the tail end of a
Take breaks in the worst spots.
Jesus,
We've just come.
Very quickly. By the sounds of
the
it.
tail end of a $160 million Powerball. And Will, I
came
was
first?
sitting there thinking
There we go. Yeah.
about dreams. I thought, wouldn't it be good to win the lotto? Well, let's face it. If you were the sole winner, even if you were one of the 3 winners of the
I'm pretty sure
160,
if I won it, there'll be 100 other people win it.
yeah. So I was sort of sitting there linking the two. Would it change your life? So I'm going to ask you right out now before I get into it. Like,
No.
would it change anything apart from like getting some fancy stuff in a new house? Would you do it and leaving your job, which is obviously a pretty big life changing thing? How would you see winning the lotto?
Like if I won, how much? The whole.
So say you were one of the
solely.
3 winners. So I think it was 54 million or something like that.
And then what you pay tax. So you end up being.
No, you don't pay tax
Don't
in
you?
Australia on
Okay.
winnings.
on Lotto
Yep.
or betting.
Nope, you don't pay tax
On
on
winnings.
on any winnings in Australia.
Just clarify.
Yeah.
So $53 million tax free.
Yeah. And when you think about it, it's only $53 million.
Yeah, but.
Only? What's your expenditure?
Well, you got to think about it. A decent house now in
Here we go.
South Australia, you know, 700 grand is probably not unrealistic for just a house in the burbs that has a shed and a bit of a yard. Between 500 to 700,000, I'd say.
Where are you buying?
Let's
Somewhere
just say
nice.
$1 million for a house.
Like-
Done.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. A house down the road from my Mrs. Parents' house sold for 1.2 mil, and it is on a tiny block.
No, I was
and
just
it
gonna
is
say,
not
like
in
that.
a great. It's not in a fucking fantastic suburb. And yeah, okay, it's new and it's stylish. That's about it.
It's a desirable suburb.
It's okay. It's not the best.
Location.
It's not like you're going to Burnside.
You'd be hard pressed to
or-
find a $500,000 house that's decent. these
So
days.
700,000, boom, you're
Yeah.
down in the hole straight away. Almost $1 million
average.
bucks. You know.
Oh, shit. What are you going to do for the rest of your life
Yeah.
with
Buy
$52 million?
Buy 20 others.
I
20
can't believe
of
you said only 52.
Yeah, that's what's-
only 53
that's what's
million.
done.
Well, these days, a million's not much.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck,
a
I'd love a
million
million.
would go in like 2 seconds, man.
So square your house away. Say you spend $1 million on it, then you got council rates and utilities.
The rest of your life to live, and suddenly you're now in a
With 35, we're
life
getting
of-
another 60 years out of us max.
yeah. Okay, so it's 60 years, and you're living straight away because you've got money there. Your expenditure
You could nearly buy a house every year.
well, let's
is going to
not
increase because
let's-
your lifestyle is going
Yeah,
to
but
increase.
let's not answer someone else's question or answer.
What are you going to do with only $53 million,
Yeah, I
Couchy?
know.
54.
I'll definitely buy property,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll probably try and keep a little bit for spending and invest the rest. Because yes, you want it to last. You don't want to just be done with it after a year or two and be broke.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Caleb?
You're looking at me. You're going to ask me a question, so people go out
What
there.
would
I've already asked you the
What
question.
would you do with 56 mil tax free?
I don't know. What would I do with $55 million?
$55 million.
54.
$57 million is a lot of money. I don't know. 59. I don't know. What are we going to do with it?
What are you going to do with it?
I discussed this the other day because I went in the Powerball draw as well. I won $17.
Nice. Only $17.
Don't spend it all at once.
Oh, on both tickets. Both tickets netted me $17.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one each, like 17 each. But yeah,
No.
keep going.
Yeah, so $34 return on $45 outlay of tickets. I'm in the negative.
Just you're doing not too bad.
Not too bad. Reinvest. What would I do with a lot of coin?
With a mere just 54.
The chump change. $52.5 million.
Loose change in your backy pocket.
I'd set my parents up for the rest of their lives, firstly, because I did actually answer this question to someone else the other day. I'd sort them out. Around the world trip without planning any of it. Just go and just live wherever, stay as long as you want in whatever destination, and then just when you're ready, move to the next place, but don't pre-plan any of it. Just go.
Yeah.
Around the world, just for however long. Till you get homesick, just do that. Property as well. Rural. I don't want to live in suburbia. So
No way.
a big enough property to have multiple dwellings on
We could live in the
and
same
run. Yeah. Set up my compound and run my cult.
property. You have an underground Cinemate studio.
And another 54 million.
No, I want property big enough to have a range.
Yeah.
Not just somewhere to 0 to 100. I want a proper range. Just somewhere I can shoot out to a K.
Yeah.
Designated, set up. Don't have to fucking take anything or put anything up and down. Just a designated shooting range out to a K.
Bulk steel.
Bulk steel everywhere. Target rich.
Yeah.
Oh,
One kilometre of target richness.
And you're on property, so you can get your primary
target
license.
rich, ammo rich. That'd be good.
But then I'm not a farmer by any stretch of the imagination. So that's enough coin to be able to hire staff to run something. Whether that be cattle or sheep or crop, I don't know. Maybe a combination of
I
everything.
wouldn't do crop because you probably just lose that access to your land during those times.
Mix.
Bix. That's why I said
Because the loosen will bring the deer in.
correct.
Yeah, but it's not crop. Well, it is, but you wouldn't use it as a crop. You'd just be a feedlot.
Plot, yeah.
Well, you've got a large amount of money in my mind, a small amount in Josh's, but
Yeah.
you've got that flexibility to be able to set up a paddock to just attract a deer.
You'd actually bring in purebred elk or moose.
Or high fence the fuck out of the whole thing and breed shit in there.
How big do you think your property is going to be and where?
Quite large.
Where?
Well, I don't know. This is the thing. Would you do it in SA? Would you stay in your home state? Would you move? Would you pick up everything and move to the US?
Ooh.
Would I go by?
It would be a mere 54.
Would I
dollar's
go?
gonna go more.
Turn into 20.
Would I buy a ranch in Texas or Montana or
It's a
Somewhere.
good idea.
That's play money. You could live out your dream.
So you'd consider moving internationally?
It's like
I'd consider it with that much money.
if you bought it in Thailand, you just go nuts.
Bulk land in Thailand, import.
Buy just Thailand.
You know you can buy a shitty island for like $2.5 million. And so when I say shitty, I mean like an island that doesn't have any infrastructure on it.
Did you watch Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, with 53, you don't just keep spending it. You want to invest in something. So I'd invest some money as well,
Bitcoin.
a portion of it. So something I'm going to get a return on. Also, in whatever property, I want it to make money as well. I don't want it just to be a big slab of land for me to
You don't want
recreational
expenditure.
fun on.
Mm-hmm.
So you can. It takes money to make money, basically. So that's a lot of money to make more money.
So how are you going to make the money?
Invest
In?
boats and hoes.
Do you think there would be, talking about just tangent, boats and hose, do you think there would be a period of, say, like a month or two where you'd go, no, not whoring, but you'd go fucking,
You'd go loose a little
Full
bit.
hangover style Vegas.
yeah. Tattoos on the face, fucking stealing Mike Tyson tiger.
Face. Tiger would be cool.
So, hang on.
I'd buy you a beer.
You know what I would do that? I'd be like, I'll give you $1 million if you get a tattoo on your face. That's what I'd be like.
Yeah, I guess I got a dot.
Maybe not. Maybe that's how you go through $1 million pretty quick.
You'd do that though, and I'll get the tattoo, and then you'd be like, "No, I meant like a half face tattoo after I've done the tattoo," because you like to change the rules after it's fucking done.
No, I'd just be like, psych, giving you shit.
I'd stab you.
I'd buy a Dodge Ram TRX.
You'd buy a Dodge Ram if that's
If I had that much
the kind of money that you'd have.
Look, I'd still get a Lambo as well. Because since I was a kid, I always wanted a Lambo.
I would probably.
It's a little childish, don't you think?
But at the end of the day, I want something more practical. And I just feel at home in a four-wheel drive or a truck, as you would say. And I reckon a Dodge Ram TRX is pretty much the tits.
Yeah.
I was looking at some fucking electric thing that beat, like, is faster than the TRX the other day, actually. Can't remember the name of it. Some American company. But it's electric. This thing flies. It's got some weird name. I'd never heard of it till I watched this video.
You don't have to send us a link.
If they fix the speed to recharge, I would be interested in an electric full drive.
This thing was fucking quick. I'll see if I can find it quickly.
I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know. I would definitely give it a crack.
I'd buy a Tesla
Because
just
if you
for the
could
sake of it.
recharge in like under an hour,
Yeah.
then
It's the video I watched was a Ram TRX versus Ford Raptor versus Cyclone and a Rivian R1T. This is what it was, the Rivian R1T. This thing, you'll think it's ugly as shit, but it was so quick.
why can't they make electric trucks look the same?
Yeah. They're
It's
trying to be futuristic and
See, I don't actually mind the Tesla truck look.
Oh.
No, because it's that different. But like them trucks there where they're kind of almost similar, but they're not. And you'd think they'll be more rounded and aerodynamic than a flat nose.
There's a design style that they incorporate in all the electric stuff. It's like to signal to everyone, hey, this is electric. They do that intentionally.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
But yeah, this Rivian R1T fucking finished like 180 feet ahead of the Ram in it's a quarter mile, I think.
It'd be the first half that would smash it.
Oh,
Because it's just
absolutely
from
smash it.
0 to top speed, it'll smash it in time.
Anyway, it looks like dog shit. So my 53 million is going towards the Ram TRX
Yeah.
and a Lambo,
A Lambo.
maybe a Unimog
Unimog.
to travel around Australia in.
You've got a big list. I feel like you've put a little bit more thought into this than
Well, 'cause
Catchy.
you sprung it on me. He's already answered something.
Yeah, I was talking about this
Fuck.
recently with someone else. So I've thought about a few things, but I'd like to do something good in the world as well.
Something good.
Yeah. Like pay for you to get some therapy on your premature ejaculation. I'm sure there's a specialist clinic in Germany or somewhere I can send you.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Free trip to Germany.
One
Were
way.
you about to say free trip to vagina?
Just a one-way flight to Germany.
No, I'd actually like to do some good in the world. So I'd like to either start up some sort of foundation or charity, or do something to leave some sort of
A legacy.
some sort of a legacy.
Non-profit, or you take profit. Charity's a pretty good money maker.
Well,
Yeah, go figure.
yeah, I don't like that.
Neither do I, but that's how the world works.
I just want to do some good. I don't know what my cause would be. Dyslexic premature ejaculators. I don't know. I'm sure there's enough in the world.
You found one, man. They're both problems that have very little funding to find the solution.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know what it would be. I don't know what my cause would be, but I'd like to do something good with the money as well, not just treat myself.
Would you buy a business or property? That is your investment.
Property that becomes my business.
Yeah,
I just said I'd run a mix of something.
You
to make
turn your
profit.
land into a
No, not
Income.
No. Well, yeah, okay. So that's
your
a
business.
farm,
That's a
or are you going
business.
to buy multiple farms?
you buy big enough that it'll be multiple, but it's one.
Yeah. So if you're going to buy in the southeast area, man, like 4,000 acres is probably going to set you back these days.
Yeah, but
like,
why don't you just plaster it to
12
one little
grand.
location?
I'm just saying,
12
I'm giving
grand.
you an idea of the price of land.
So,
12 grand.
That's
12
cheap.
million, sorry. Fucking
I'm gonna
12
buy a
grand.
few.
Probably 12 grand an acre. No.
Fucking that mere 54 is looking all right.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Once you've got that, you've got that. Then you
Yeah.
can make money off of it. So don't worry about spending a chunk of your 53.
So you wouldn't go into like real estate?
Nah.
Nah.
No?
Nah. I
Hotels?
just buy a massive property that I could do something to make money with, whether that's crop, livestock, fucking turn it into a bloody hunting park and charge people and guide on the thing. I don't know.
Full driving.
Full,
do a lot.
full driving.
Recreational facility.
Jake's farm.
Well, especially here in SA, you pay to do everything. So full driving, motorbikes.
You do. You definitely
You
do.
could, you could section it off, have all that in the back and elk in
See-
the middle and farm in the front.
53 is a lot different equation to you win $1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely is. And look, that's going to be hard to chew through. But, I mean, you know, you're looking at land for yourself that, okay, a $12 million property here in SA might pull you in
This is it's just stab in the dark.
gross, like, no, I've got a rough idea. Maybe say like $1.6 million, you know, maybe a little bit more.
Over 6 months?
Gross, 12 months. That's
that's
your
not too
gross. You might be taking home. Oh, Jesus, man!
Cogs,
You might be
stop
taking
I don't
home
wanna take
less than
home
half,
Jesus.
probably. Like way less than half, I'd say.
Well, yeah, it'll be way less than half if you're paying everyone to do it.
Yeah. So you're not making much money off of that.
But if he's paying everyone to do it and you come home with 300 grand to do nothing, then that's all right.
Oh, yeah, okay, but not for a $12 million investment.
I feel like there's a high degree of judgment
There
to
is-
our
it's-
answers.
It's quite.
What is
No,
your-
so
what is the
let's-
perfect-
let's-
what
let's
would
hear
you do with your
Josh's.
money?
Just, no, that's not. I'm not the one asking the questions, mate.
Well, you are,
Hey.
but you got to answer it as well.
What is your ROI on your investment?
This is a three-way
I
conversation.
don't know, man. I would have to seek a fucking financial advisor and get some advice.
So your whole topic was just to ask everyone else the question, but not answer it yourself.
That was my answer. I'd seek some advice to go see what I'd do. I do know a bit of wisdom that has helped me in my life, and that is, especially if you're talking about big money like this, you don't use your own money to fucking pay for your fucking investments.
Can I
Fuck
interject?
no,
Can I
you
interject?
borrow against that
Can I
shit.
interject?
Yeah.
Did you win the lotto?
No, I wish.
Because you're spending.
I'm telling you now, if I won the lotto,
Yeah,
you both would be set up for
if
Your
your
life.
financial advisor advised.
no.
No, we're a bad
There's
investment.
there's some things that I'd do immediately, and that was obviously family, and I'd consider both of you family. So that would be it. Like you'd out of $54 million. Look, I'm not wanting to get greedy or this and that. I'd probably keep 20, put 10 in investment, and I'm still going to live a comfortable life. I mean, there's not much that I'd want to change. Yeah, I'd travel a bit and I'd hunt the world, sure. But, I just don't think I would go crazy. I'd rather, and I'd get more enjoyment, I think, out of seeing my friends and family sort of get a bit in life. Really would, to be honest, because life's pretty boring without everybody, like your family and your friends. Very boring.
It's very honourable of you, Josh.
Yes.
Well, it is. It is. And you're here pre-money, so I know you're going to put up with bullshit. No. Well, all right.
Give it away is your answer.
So
Yeah, giveaways mere 50, whatever, and then give away over half of it to make it even
24,
just
apparently.
pocket change, yes.
20 mil, you can still make a good, like a bit of a life for yourself.
Just a humble existence.
Just a shack in the woods.
Shack somewhere.
But I think if you, and I'm going to go through some stories in a second, but I think if you went about it the wrong way, yeah, it wouldn't last long.
Oh, you could spend it quick if you really needed to spend it.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, you can Mike Tyson the shit out of it if you wanted to. By that I mean spend a lot of money and go bankrupt.
Did Mike Tyson go bankrupt?
Fucking oath he did.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Fast cars, fast women.
Didn't know that.
That makes sense. He
had no
spends
money.
a lot of
He
money on mushrooms.
He had a
that's for
lot
sure.
of money and then no money. Pretty sure it was bankruptcy, but yeah, he went broke.
Isn't Kanye West broke as well, or went
Something
broke?
like, there was
some
some
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, he just dropped a heap of money when Adidas dropped him. He's not a billionaire anymore, put it that way.
the struggles of fucking first world.
I think the Adidas chunk was worth 350 mil or some shit like that. Don't quote me, but he's no longer a billionaire.
You know who's done well? Shaq. Jeez, he owns over 50 companies.
Good on him. But if I see another fucking points bet app, I'll say that again.
He probably owns it.
If I see another points bet ad, if I see another points bet ad, I'm gonna fucking throw my phone at the TV.
Well, he probably owns it, man. So
I'm
you
gonna
probably
hold you
get
to
a
that.
single.
You know what?
Yeah. I'm going to hold you to it.
Oh,
Yes.
Anyway, let's get on to some odds, shall we?
can't watch any more TV.
So the odds of you winning Powerball is 1 in 292 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's the odds for you winning Powerball, right? So there's a greater chance of you getting hit by lightning. And there's a 1 in 15,000 chance you're going to get hit by lightning. That's fucked up.
It's fair odds.
A plane crash is 1 in 188,000. A shark attack, rest in peace, the dude that just got eaten by a great white, is 1 in 3.7 mil. You can die, and I didn't know this, you can die from a hot water tap, and the chances are 1 in 5 mil. You can get killed by a vending machine.
From the tap or the hot water?
The hot water.
No, tap.
The hot water tap.
The tap. Just
I mean,
spits
if
the
you
hot
clock
water
someone
out.
over the head with a hot water tap,
That's going to hurt.
it's going to hurt.
Is it hot water tap if it's
Cold.
cold?
If it's disconnected, it's cold, yes.
So you can get killed by a vending machine, and that's 1 in 112 mil. And in the army, he didn't die, but a vending machine fell on a dude in the lines.
Well, tried.
On Robbo Barracks. So I can sort of see
Really?
that. Yes, bro.
Yeah, but was that like really?
I think he might have been
trying to steal
shit or something.
You can't trust cunts in the army.
Yeah, he
died.
You can't. No, he didn't die.
Oh, he didn't
But
die.
it fell on him.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I believe that.
And there's a 1 in 700,000 chance of being hit by a meteorite.
That's
Surprisingly high.
It is.
Low, I mean, yeah.
Well, it's a
There's a
high
high
chance.
chance.
Higher chance than winning the lotto.
that's almost on par. There's higher odds than a plane crash.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You are telling me you've got a higher chance of being killed by a meteorite than
Sure, it
dying in a
was
plane crash.
700,000, not 7 mil.
Did you leave off 3 zeros?
Did you?
No. Actually, two people
Well,
check
it'd
this.
be 1-0.
Oh, you had a fact checker.
Yes. The missus.
She went over your stats.
Yeah. Well, she helped me with the stats.
She wrote down all the stats.
I know. That's my handwriting.
No, okay. She told you all the stats.
I know. We were doing it together.
That's your handwriting.
That is my
It's
handwriting.
quite feminine.
It's cursive, mate.
It's, again, quite feminine.
That's what I claim my handwriting too, but it's more just scratchy.
Scrollings.
Right. Well, here's some examples of some fucking lotto winners.
Oh, look out. He's done
Righto.
some more research.
So the first one is going to be named the Garbo Man. This will come apparent in a pretty pretty quick second. His name is Michael Carroll, and he won the National Lotto in the UK, and he won £9.7 million. So whatever the pounds is to the dollar, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not good at maths here, so
Yeah.
move on.
No one is. Anyway, what followed, right, is he went on this huge spiral as soon as he won the lotto.
Naturally.
Because obviously you've got money now, so your lifestyle's going to change, right? So he spent money on, naturally,
Cocaine.
drugs.
Oh, cocaine and strippers all day.
Yeah. A huge house, which he turned into a fuck shack. So, and the
Yep.
locals pretty much like, yeah, it was like weekly orgies and all the rest of it. He actually slept with roughly 8 women a night. 8 different women a night, I
night?
should say. Yes, a night. I couldn't believe this when I read it.
That'd be
man.
tiring.
Oh, it was fucked. Absolutely fucked. And there's a few photos online of him, and it's like, yeah, okay, he's that stereotypical guy that if he won the lotto, you'd be like, yeah, you're just going to pull the piss out of this. 100%.
Josh could sleep with 8 women a night. It's like 4.5 minutes.
Anyway, so he spent his money on drugs, pros, and fucking bailouts. So obviously he got arrested quite a number of times. So he had to bail himself out. If that, I'm presuming that's possible. If they don't freeze your funds,
Can you bail yourself out?
I'd presume that's if you got the money. Yeah,
Yeah, they'll take the money. You're going to pay for it. Why not?
yeah. I don't even know how bail works.
I mean, if you're husband and wife and your husband bails you out, it's joint funds. So that's almost bailing yourself out, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. The funny thing about this, his wife divorced him.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's obviously a pretty big piece of shit. Anyway, so he was actually arrested for destroying multiple houses and properties and 32 vehicles. He used to shoot vehicles with, he had this ball that I'm presuming it's a potato gun that he stamped his nickname on, the king on, and would shoot cars with it. So, yep.
What a lad.
Yeah.
Anyway, by
Stand up to
2010, guess what?
It's broke.
He reapplied for his job as a garbo man. Yeah, gone. So,
Probably all part of his plan. Just live it up.
so at this point in time, I'm presuming it's early 2000 that he's won. He's gone through 9.7 million in less than 10 years. A mil a year.
That's only a mil a year.
Yeah,
Well, 54 mil's not looking like much now, is it?
Oh, 54 years. That's doing me right.
a
Would you
mil a
live like that?
year. That's
I'd be happy to get 80.
When you leave your house and you go out with your missus, you'd spend what, $150 every time you leave the house, yeah?
Depends what you do.
I mean,
Could be more, could be
Dinner,
less.
fucking cafe.
Oh, dinner's minimum,
movies.
probably 150.
did he hire his missus?
It took me multiple.
But can you see like $100? You go out. You're not having to work, so you're going to go out every day now, or almost every day, or say 5 days out of the week. So
You wouldn't be
there's-
going hunting?
you're spending $150 a day. There you go, man. You're starting to add up a fair bit.
If it doesn't add up to a mil.
I feel
It's
like
snowball.
10 mil in 10 years, effectively.
That's all right.
It's not as shocking as I thought.
Like, if you didn't invest it,
If you said 10 mil in 3 months, I'd be like, wow.
bought an island.
Yeah, but okay. So on that principle, 54 mil, you're getting 54 years, and you're saying you're going to last 60 years.
See, like, if you won that 54 mil, you'd still be waiting on your Land Cruiser.
This is why I asked
February,
you
right?
if you won the lotto because you bought a fucking caravan, 79,
that seems like
a
it.
boat.
Other toys.
What else did you buy? Something else?
Yeah, there is something else.
Ooh.
Do you want to say it?
What is it?
Just say it. You know what it is.
Do it. He would do it to you. So do it to him.
No.
No?
It's his secret. He can maintain it.
Yeah, bought something else. There's a few other things in the kitty that are lined up, but nah, look, you also got to remember I was working and had a full-time job when you were at uni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you getting at?
Well, savings. you're
Yeah,
going to save.
And it's like, how long do you go to uni for?
4 years.
How long are you not worked for?
Well, 4 years is 200 grand, man.
It was longer than 4 years.
Over 200 grand in the army.
In 4 years.
Yeah. So say you saved,
Yeah.
say you saved 150 of that.
Bro, let's not get into that debate because I know how fucking much money you wasted in your life.
Well, drunk piss, yeah, definitely.
I wish I had the money you did at that age. I didn't waste it.
It's probably, it was probably a good thing they didn't have the money at that age.
Yeah, but we're, like, yes, I had money to drink, piss, and carry on, but I also was living on base. So
it just meant more money to drink.
I had more expendable money.
Well, that's what I did anyway.
yeah, but
More money to save if you were.
but you can save
saver.
still and spend money on that sort of wage back then.
Yeah,
I can hope you
disposable
could.
income.
Fuck, I was fortnight to fortnight, man. Through Darwin.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Living on base.
Yeah.
What
Pay to
fucking
pay.
addictions
Pay to pay.
do you have?
What the
that
hell
would-
did you do?
What are you addicted to that we don't know?
You
Gambling?
didn't drink that much.
Crack. No.
You didn't drink that
was-
much, man.
Drinks, smokes.
That's it.
It was like,
Gambling?
Darwin I'll drink
Prostitutes.
4 nights a week.
At least.
No, you'd be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
But you were drinking at the boozer, like a buck of beers,
No,
man,
that'd be Darwin in town.
in town.
Taxis.
Fucking hell.
Were you bullied?
Did you drive?
Did
or
people steal
get
your
a taxi?
No, no one stole my funds. I just spent it.
Wow.
Look, I can get that. I sort of get where you're coming from because I had a period where I was sort of like going out for about 3
period.
months.
It was only 3 months.
Pretty solidly, just with the boys, and I reckon it would have been easy to spend $300 in half a night, easy,
Yeah.
easy. I think, yeah, especially out in town.
If you didn't, if you don't worry about what you're spending, it doesn't take long.
Yeah, that's true.
You had a high disposable income.
Yeah, definitely.
You didn't
But
have a high income, but you had a high disposable percentage of your income.
for the first 4 years of my career as well, I was pretty much out hunting and fishing every weekend. So I'd buy a carton on a weekend. And actually, that was we both bought a carton. So me and Eric, we'd buy a carton.
Eric? Who's fucking Eric?
One of my mates
That's
in
who
Darwin.
took your bike.
You have other friends.
No.
Who was
And we'd pretty much just go out fishing. So other than a tank of fuel, and fuel was nothing back then, I think it would have been like, Jesus, back then, probably would have been
$50.
50 cents. Nah.
No way.
Maybe 50 to 80 cents a litre.
No, it hit over $1 before I finished school.
Dude, when we were kids,
Nah.
an LPG was like 20 cents. Fuel would have been like 79, 80 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 80 cents.
When we were kids. So we're heading up over $1 by the time
Nah.
we
It was over $1 before you would have joined.
Nah.
Yeah.
Surely not.
Yeah.
Or even a buck. A fuel, like a full tank, there's, fucking 80 litres on a Nissan Navara.
It was over $1 before I started driving.
Nah, surely not.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get hung up on the
You're
price.
probably right, but surely not. I kind of want to know now, to be honest. Fuel prices in 2004.
I'm looking up a graft. A graph even, not a graft.
Craft.
In 95, cents per litre was 120. So $1.20 in 95, bro.
All right. So
Hang
$1.20.
Hang on.
Yeah, I remember as a kid when it went over $1 and parents are like, what the fuck?
So this is hard.
Sorry, that was nominal prices versus real prices.
Okay.
I need a different graph.
It's because you were reading the graft, man.
This is atrocious. Too many graphs.
Why don't you just look at the price of fuel and just say like August?
I've literally Googled
2004.
average fuel price Australia by year.
You just made it hard for yourself.
It's gone up a lot and it's ridiculous.
It's more dead space.
Just summarise with that because I can't Google fast.
It was
enough.
over $1, man. But anyway, continue.
We don't have a young Jamie.
Okay, so what you're paying like $100 for a tank, and we pay $20 for the fuel on the boat. Then we go fishing and hunting.
Yeah.
So
That's probably a good way to spend it.
a weekend would have been what, $250 each, and that was pretty lavish. Like we didn't really buy much food because we ate a lot of mud crab and barramundi. So boom, I'm saving $1,000 a week, a fortnight.
Where are we going with this conversation?
Oh, no.
How much money you?
Why are you not richer
saving?
than you are?
Yeah.
Well, because I wasted a lot of
Exactly.
it.
That
As
was
well.
my point. I made 5 minutes ago.
100%. Anyway, another one comes to mind, and I'm going to deem this one or title this one as Coma. So, Billy Morgan in 1997 was a truck driver and is involved in a pretty bad truck accident. He died for 14 minutes and slipped into a 12-day coma. Right? 12 months later, he buys a lotto ticket and he wins a car. Okay? Then the local media got a hold of this and they thought, all right, let's reenact it and film it. Okay. So they give him a scratchy ticket to reenact it.
Yeah.
He scratches it, and whilst the cameras are rolling, he wins $250,000.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's pretty lucky. Actually, that brings me to a guy that I know of. Him and his family won the lotto twice in One Tree Hill. 1.7 mil and then like $700,000 or something.
I was
some shit like
literally,
that.
my next thing I was going to say was I know of that someone in that spot has won the lotto twice. You know them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know it's true then because I've heard it independently of you knowing it. So
Yeah. So it's not that uncommon winning twice. And if you Google the lotto winnings, there's a lot of people that have won twice.
Cool.
Anyway.
got to be in it to win it.
Anyway.
I'm going to start buying tickets.
The next one was, I'm going to title this one, Lightning Strike. Peter McCarthy was 14 when he was struck by lightning whilst mooring a boat. Okay, as we know, getting struck by lightning is pretty fucking rare as it is.
It's not just after.
Anyway, 12 months later, him and his co-worker started buying lotto tickets.
Co-wanker.
Started buying lotto tickets. And they won. But get this. So he was struck by lightning, but his daughter was also struck by lightning. And he won a lotto ticket. I feel this is a bit of like your bad and good luck. This is what would happen to you if you were to win the lotto.
Did his daughter win the lotto as well?
Well,
okay.
Fucking hell.
All right.
oh, because I turned the page. There's another one coming.
There's no more.
Is that it?
No, don't look for things.
No, I feel like
You've
there's
gone
one
long
more.
enough, which is the first time ever, but
Ha. Ha.
All right. Fuck. I thought that was the last one. Caleb's still going.
no, you're done.
Yeah.
No, I'm done.
Oh, thanks.
I actually thought I had 4. So that's all right.
It's my turn.
I do have 4, and I forgot. It's on my phone. I didn't write it down, but that's all right. We'll move on.
All right, well, I'll try and keep this short because that's what you feel most comfortable with. Josh. So, like a dream, I've got 3 questions for you. Do you have a weirdest dream or dream experience that comes to mind?
I got one.
Do you?
Yes.
You ready to go with it?
I don't remember many dreams, and I remember this one.
Roll it out for us.
It's not a long one. All right. So was that the end of the question?
That's the end of the question.
All right. So this is when I was a kid. It's only a short one, but I built this bike that ran on canola oil.
This was the dream, or you
is the
actually
dream.
did this?
I wish I did it because it was a flying bike.
You built a bike that
Built a bike
ran
that ran on canola oil. Oh, fuck. And I just got to fly around the fucking countryside. And that's all I remember. And that was fun. It was awesome. And I don't remember many dreams. I can't remember the last dream I had.
That's the biggest one that stands out. Do you have dreams of hunting?
I don't remember I think the last dream I barely remember, which I can't even remember what it was. But that was probably like 6 months ago. That was the last dream I remember having.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
I wish I dreamt because it's just more satisfying when you wake up.
Here's one. Oh, actually, no, I don't know if it helps with dreams, but having a magnesium tablet before bed helps you sleep. But I don't know if you can recall dreams better.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's mine. Short and sweet.
Yeah, cool. I had a very weird dream experience where I was. It was, and I say dream experience because it felt so real, like it was vivid as fuck, right? So like I was in my own bed, but I was being pinned down to my bed by like some evil fucking force. So anyway, I can describe it. Like
Is
it
this
was
sleep paralysis, but you're actually awake, and they call it that, and you're awake but you can't move.
It's a bit like that. Like, so I actually called out while I was there, just pinned to my bed, and there was something fucking like clawing at my chest, trying to like kill me, essentially. It was like an evil fucking spirit type thing.
And you couldn't see him.
I couldn't see it. It was just like a dark presence. And I just remember like it felt like I was awake and I heard myself call out. That was probably the weirdest dream experience I've ever had.
Shit.
Yeah, it was full on. Like
It's not even a fun dream.
I still don't even know if it was fucking real or not.
You're having a heart attack while in sleep paralysis, and that's what your brain made up just to get you through it.
I don't know. Like, when you wake up at the start and you hear yourself call out.
Yeah.
This was, I could hear myself yelling word for word.
But you didn't.
Like a sentence, not just,
Yeah, you didn't
you know when you yell out in your sleep and you wake yourself up and you hear the last bit of it?
Oh, you only say half the word you want to say, and you realize you're awake, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked into the meaning of it?
Nah. I don't know what was going on, but it was fucking weird. That's the weirdest dream experience.
What point in your life? Are we talking recent?
Nah, I would have been, it's when I had the rumpus room to myself. So,
Right, so you're watching a
Living at home.
shitload of SBS porn, so that justifies some of that.
I reckon 15, 16,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Cool.
Weird. Do you
Have
have
you
one?
ever had any like supernatural fucking experience like that? No, neither.
No, I wish.
That's
It's
just
fucking
weird.
weird, man.
Have you ever had dreams of falling?
Oh,
Of course, everyone
yeah,
does.
everyone does.
Yeah, right.
Those are the ones you wake up with a start and just like fucking
yeah,
jolt.
real startled.
I've woke up, this is in Singo, in training, woke up screaming. No idea what I dreamt about. Then like realised what was happening. I'm like, oh, and just lie back down.
in the bunk, so you're waking everyone else up.
I was on the top bunk at the back. And everyone was talking about it the next day. It's like, who the fuck was screaming last night? And I'm like, don't know.
That probably happens a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I had no idea what I dreamt about, but I was like screaming top of my lungs. That'd have been scary as fuck waking up to that. They were saying that it sounded like someone was stabbed because of like blood curdling.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep.
You got a weird dream experience or not?
I dream about things that have happened. But as for like weird dreams,
Did you dream that you were tall?
nah,
I reckon you would have dreamt that.
just sort of like weird shit. Shit that's happened in my life. But look, as for weird dreams, apart from like falling, I don't think that's happened.
Is falling your
Twice.
weird?
Yeah, probably, man.
Nothing like weird.
Or
Or
just give it something funny, like something exciting, something you remember that's just sort of stuck with you.
No. Oh,
Come on, man. Stop holding back. You got anxiety again?
nah, I just don't. I don't really want to fucking talk about like, some things. So yeah,
in a roundabout way, you're saying you actively don't want to dream because you don't want to relive trauma.
Is that, it's a
well,
nightmare.
yeah, you can pretty much say that. But
Have you had a good dream? Ever?
Like rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah. Like Candy Mountain.
All right, we don't have to fucking get
Yeah,
blood
look-
out of a stone. We can move on to my next question.
no, look, I don't think so. Look, I don't. Yeah,
All right, next.
Next one.
Let's move on.
these are weird. Like I've never had that experience, like that dream where it's sort of spooky or supernatural, or some cunt's tying you down Well, he's raping you or something. I don't know. It's just weird.
There was no rape involved.
Are you sure?
It was murder.
Are you sure?
It was murder. There was no
Are you
rape.
sure? He was penetrating your chest.
There was no penetration.
It was
Well,
penetration.
he's trying
from
to-
his-
This thing had
it
claws,
was
man.
penetrating his ass and it's just tapping the chest.
It wasn't getting into your chest. It was coming out from the inside, mate.
Like the predator. Like Alien vs Predator.
That's fucked up.
Crikey.
All right, next question.
Next one. You think that's fucked up? Wet dreams.
Oh yeah.
Hot take. You still get them?
I did not touch myself for 12 months, man, at one stage. And my sex life was very dry. And yeah, it happened in, like, it was a steady increase.
I feel like it's a natural.
It's going to happen.
It's a natural reaction to a build up of
Yeah.
which needs to be released. So you only, I feel like you only get them if you don't fucking either have sex or whack off regularly.
I think I've only ever had it once.
Because I have not had them since I was like
Yeah.
Sexually
young,
active.
Early
Yeah.
teen.
yeah, early teens before you're regularly emptying the tank.
Yeah.
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 But
Try it now. Try going a couple months without any sort of stimulation. And yeah, it'll happen to you, I guarantee it.
that's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
because I'd love to just want to
Be
have
very
that.
selfish. You'd be like, sorry, Dal, we're shutting down, shutting up shop for a couple of months just so I can have a wet dream again.
Yeah. I want to relive my younger days.
Mate. Look, that stage in my life, I was training, and I had it in my head
This is late teen.
This is a couple of years ago, actually. I wasn't drinking, and I was training hard, and
Just living clean.
look, I was just like, had in my head where I was like, nah, just stop it. Just don't do it. Like, don't, flog yourself.
Is this when you
fucking
like
dry.
turn real like heavy dick Christianity?
Look, I was reading the Bible every night.
Yeah, that was when
I believe in God most of my life. There was a period of time, certainly when I was a child, where I was forced to go to church, where I questioned it and moved away from it. But, I guess I was searching for some answers and things like that, and that was part and parcel of it.
I mean, yeah. I couldn't imagine going a whole year.
No, fuck no.
Longest I've gone since I knew I could is probably a month. And that was a fucking bet.
And it was that month probably would have been difficult, but then the next month just gets easier and easier, and you sort of forget about it, and then you wake up in a fucking wet mess.
This is the
As
thing,
you're putting your clothes in the washing machine whilst you're washing your mess up. That's all right.
Yeah, everyone knows when you start washing the sheets, you're like,
Here's,
wash
Because we were living together.
here's a quick. I never washed my clothes with yours.
Oh, didn't you?
Never.
Are you sure?
oh, was it then? I thought it was a house beforehand.
Are you sure?
Never.
Are you
Never.
sure?
Never did
No,
a
he-
co-load.
He washed your clothes
in any
with
sense
his.
of what I just said.
You didn't wash your clothes with his, but Josh washed his clothes with yours.
Do you think that you wouldn't?
different.
You wouldn't wake up and be like, "Fuck, okay, chuck it in with your load," and then sneakily get it out so there's no questions asked.
Question, do you just chuck it straight in the washing machine or you rinse it first?
I got to wait for it to go
Straight
crusty.
in. Yeah, you wait for it. To
You
go
wash all
crusty.
your clothes
It's got to
with
turn to cardboard first.
Crack it off on the floor.
Here's a question for you, though. You've just sparked one for me. Is there any difference between jerking off to either material and or, I don't know, urine thoughts versus a wet dream where you're not technically you're not forcing the pattern of thought, but you're still having a sexual dream about a person? Surely you weren't having wet dreams where you just blew a load without any fucking show reel of something going on.
Yeah, there'd be something.
Look,
There was some stimulation.
your dreams are vivid, man. They
Are they? So what are your dreams?
No. When you don't do this, like it becomes, and you got to think about it. It plays on your fantasy at that time because fantasies change. So it'll play on your fantasy a lot because that's what that's what your desire is. So yeah, 100%. It's fucking 10 times different, man.
So what was your weirdest desire in your dreams?
Oh, we aren't going into that.
Why not?
But is it bad though? Is it bad if you still
You
having a
wake up
sexual-
from it, you do. You're like, oh, that thing's fucking.
Yeah, but I find the whole point of not masturbating for like, a spiritual or a Christian thing, and you're still having a sexual dream and blowing a load.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Just
So this is answered
fucking
in
great.
Christianity, and that's we're inherently wicked, man, as people. So our nature is wicked. We're deviants by nature. So look, it doesn't. That answers that question.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
I still remember my first wet dream ever. I still remember it because it was weird.
That's what it is. It's out of the ordinary.
Let's not move past this.
Fucking weird.
What was it?
I still remember it. Like, I used to be obsessed with Egypt, right, when I was younger, right? And my very first wet
Sphinx,
dream,
wasn't it?
I'll never forget it because I was like Indiana Jones style going through a pyramid, right? A pyramid, right? And then I came into bad choice of words. I made my way through this pyramid like in full adventure, right? Got into this chamber, and on this bed was like this Egyptian princess, right? And the only way I could, air quotes, save her was to basically go and fuck her. And then she like came to, and we fucking lived happily ever after. And then like thinking back on this, I'm just like, I'm a fucking necrophiliac. I just went, my first wet dream, I had sex with a dead Egyptian princess and she came to life. Fuck. That's fucked.
Well, there goes some sponsors and shit.
Have fun clipping that one up.
Yes. Jesus, man. You're talking about dreams and shit these days.
Dreams are fucked.
So going to bed, I will think and actively think about and play out like your dream hunt or, something like that. But like after that, nah.
I never dream about something I'm obsessing about because I think about it enough when I'm conscious. My dreams are always something I think about offhandedly or a fleeting thought, and my dreams always combine elements of things I've thought about briefly and somehow put them all together. So
do they have to be in relation to each other?
they
or is
don't
it
have to
just
be in
random?
relation to each other.
Yeah.
Something like someone's made a random comment that stuck in my mind here, and then at another point someone said something, or I quickly Googled something.
Yeah.
Those things that have fleetingly popped into my mind, somehow I'll just have a dream that combines everything. It's like my mind just organising everything.
You know, they say that the random people in your dream are actually people that you've seen. They're not random.
Well, this is a good segue to my last question.
Okay.
Do you get premonition dreams? I don't know if there's a word for it, but this is what I get, right? Every now and then I'll be doing something in real life, and I shit you not, I've had an exact dream of that scenario. So I'll have deja vu because I've had a dream, and this key things
Prior
happened,
to the event happening.
and it might be 2 months down the track, 3 years, an undefined amount of time. That exact scenario will play out, and I'm like, this is deja vu. I know what happens next. And it's almost like, cool, I know I should be here doing this at this time. It's weird. And I get them.
I wish I got that.
I get them all the time. Do you blokes get them?
Nah. As I said, I don't remember dreams, so
Fucking hell.
yeah.
My missus,
That's no fun.
my missus reckons, this is her theory, she reckons we've all had previous lives, and the deja vu is the fact that we've lived out other lives.
I'll back that up.
Fucking next minute you're putting salt crystals and fucking stones and shit all around your house, and you're fucking doing Ouija boards and
nothing.
dumb
Anyway,
shit.
I'm not reading any more into it, other than it's just a cool bit of deja
I think
vu
it's
when I get
deja
it.
vu.
I wish I got them dreams.
I'd get
That'd
it,
be cool.
man. It happens all the time.
Yeah, is that your mind just pre-thinking something that you're going to do in the future out and coming up and calculating a
There's two random scenarios.
It'd be
man.
more
Like,
about the actions that happen
it
around
might
you
be it might be a hunting thing, like go to a range this day, this particular scenario plays out in this way, and there's random things. about that day play out the exact same way I dreamt them. Which is why I get deja vu. Or it could be a work scenario like this person said this key phrase and then this happened and then
Can you have one and give me the next lotto numbers for the next 50 mil, please?
Well, if he could do that, then
I'll be
he'd give
picking my own,
himself the numbers. And he'd give you false ones.
Fucking hell. I don't know if I believe in that supernatural stuff. I mean, I think there's coincidence, most definitely, because our brains are capable of analysing things and coming up with scenarios. So, and I think the amount of people on the earth, coincidence can happen if everyone's doing that in their like dreams or their thoughts during the day. I mean, we've all had ideas where you sort of like, say before tech started really kicking off, like the industrial revolution of technology or whatever kicked off, you'd have an idea and then like 4 years later it comes out and you're like, I thought about that 4 years ago.
It's different.
You know, well, not really. It's still a premonition of some sort.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that.
anyway, that's me done. That's my 3 questions.
Sweet.
Oh,
A little bit of a short, sharp and shiny one.
it is.
I like it.
Been a bit short, sharp and shiny today.
Yeah.
Not just today for you.
We're on the topic.
Story of your
Sharp,
life.
I'm a bit worried about.
We're on the topic, but people are happy in my life, so that's all that counts. Couchy's not because he just wants to go home. He's like, hurry the fuck up so I can go to bed.
It is getting
No,
late.
I'm just wondering what you're going with that. Or you done with it?
Let's. We don't need to
It was
linger.
a joke.
We don't need to linger any longer.
Yeah.
Move on.
Are we going to do the ND button or are we not?
No, we do them live these days.
Live?
All right, now it's time for
Andy!
ND.
Negligent discharge.
Lovely.
Jeez.
I love the organic style.
All right, so this week actually is something that Couchy did a couple of weeks ago when we were out fucking hunting.
We fucking or hunting?
There's, hey,
You fucking or hunting?
hunting. We're
Hunting for fucks.
Fucking
Yeah.
while
You're
hunting.
fucking hunting. You're hunting for fucks.
Well, we did look at some sky.
This is the whole truck hunting, backpack hunting thing. You just said you were fucking hunting.
Truck hunt's a real thing, all right?
Truck hunt can fuck off.
We were
Fucking-
waiting for the hunt to be on the back of the truck.
Anyway, one thing you got to know about Shannon, one thing you got to know about Couchy is he loves his Dare Ice coffee. And every time you go anywhere with him and you pull into a servo,
is
he will
ND on
buy
you, but
not
anyway.
one, but 2 Dare
Is there a
Ice coffee.
special? 2 for
Two for one.
$7.99.
Look, that's understandable. You're saving money and you're investing in your future. I
No, you can
understand
drink
that.
half as much.
I wouldn't classify it as that, but anyway.
It's either that or it's like an addiction. Anyway, which the amount of sugar in it, I actually think it's an addiction, bro.
It's literally an addiction, yes.
Anyway, so we go out and he buys his 2 iced coffees and he puts one in the
he got a
back
back
seat, in
one,
the
yeah.
back pocket. And anyway, we go do our thing and he drinks his other one. He puts it on the back seat or whatever. Actually, you're right. I think I moved it that night and put it in the
Keep
pocket.
going.
Anyway, I cleaned the car and I thought he had grabbed it. This is after we were gone out hunting and done our thing like a week later. I thought he had grabbed it. So I was like, oh, whatever. Anyway, it was still in there. We went out to the range the other day and he had mentioned it. And I said to him, I'm like, oh, I kept it in there because I thought you'd want it. Now, I actually thought iced coffee was treated the same way as long life milk. So I thought, oh, it'd be, in my mind when I was saying that comment, I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. Like, whatever. Cool.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't, and it busted the cap, and it had leaked into my seat covers.
It slightly breached the seal. It didn't bust the cap.
Well,
The cap was still on.
okay, either or, it leaked into my seat covers. And guess what my car smells like now?
Dare.
Fucking off milk.
Ooh.
And I've pulled the seat cover off. I had to go wash it and everything else. But today I was driving to the podcast. I'm like, yep, it still smells like fucking cheese.
What is it with that Ute getting drinks of Couchy spilt?
Yes. That's true. That's not the first drink you've spilt in this car. And I have made a rule
And
when I get
both
to
were caused by
79.
leaky lids.
Were they? Or
Yes.
just neglect?
Oh, okay. So right. So the Dare was put on your back seat when I bought them because we were moving in and out of the vehicle a lot. So on the back seat.
You can't
That's-
drink 2 at once. Let's be
No.
honest.
All right. And that's where I left it. You clean your car out the next day. I don't know why you moved it from the back seat to the back pocket. But so, yeah, my fault for forgetting. Your fault for leaving it.
No, I moved it to the pocket
you knew
the
it was
night
there.
we were out hunting when I was organising the back seat.
Okay, so
I feel like you'd have a good argument if you left out the fucking long life milk treatment part.
yeah, that's just
No, when I said that conversation to him Sunday, I was like, "Oh, it'll be fine."
But so
I
you mentally
left it in there.
left, but you mentally left it in the car.
No, that was just my
Why was the long life
response
milk
to you saying, "Oh, it's still in the car," and I'm like, "Oh, I left it in there." But then I was like thinking about it. I'm like, "Oh, it'll be fine."
So you thought a week later about the long life bit?
Well,
not
it hadn't really cracked. Well, it wasn't smelling until you had gone out. Well, actually, no, that was incorrect. I remember grabbing something
Story's
out of the
changing.
passenger seat when we were at the range. I didn't realise the drink was in there, and I'm like, "Oh, fucking something stinks." Oh,
It's just
whatever, whatever. Didn't even fucking remotely think about that it was the iced coffee that was in there. Well, it didn't.
I'm going to say this
register
is
that it
more
was
of a,
there.
Yeah, keep going.
Anyway, when you'd said it, I was like, it'll still be fine. That's fine. Just drink it or fucking throw it out, whatever.
Okay,
But then
so-
it clicked that the smell was the iced
so
coffee.
this is ND, but I'm going to take 40% of that. You've got 60 because you
I'll take
left it in
40%
your
of the
car.
dry cleaning bills then.
What? No, if I've got 40% of the blame, then you've got 60% of the cost.
Yeah, so I'll take 40% of the cost of the dry cleaning bills.
No, because then you'll
Fucking
fucking
hell.
like the other guy that fucking did it,
Was this
took my
a
money and
setup?
didn't do anything about
That's
it.
fine.
Was this fucking just a setup for an admission of guilt?
But yeah, don't leave your iced coffee in the fucking car because it stinks. And I've made this a rule. When I get the 79, you are to have no drink or food in the 79 if you're ever in it.
That dare wasn't my fault.
That doesn't
was
matter.
yours.
That does not matter. You have a reoccurring history of drinks and
Nah.
fucking spilling it in the car.
It's true.
So,
It's all right, someone else will do it.
and you burnt the back seat of my Nissan Navara, actually.
That was your fault.
Yeah. How was that my fault? You were having a durry in the back seat while we're driving.
Yeah, you braked or something. There was
No,
something, there was something that,
fuck off.
and I knocked your fucking number plate guard off. That was out Victoria.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I thought that was me.
Maybe in both of us because I think I put it back.
Either way, he got shitty about it.
Oh,
That was pizza. That was
My
pizza.
car was fucking
Pizza
pristine.
trip.
That was
The pizza
Pizzagate.
trip, yeah.
Pizzagate
My
trip.
car was pristine, bro.
That's been said, but that was a great ND.
It is.
That
Pizzagate.
was,
Yeah.
But
and then Peter just backed you right up after.
He would defend Josh.
I think I had a durry that, like, I'd given up smoking and I ended up having a durry, actually. Like, I know I was wound up because I didn't have a durry.
Oh, you,
but
you cracked the shits because you got a whole pizza by yourself somehow. You just had to cook it. Where we got like half a pizza each.
well, that's why I cracked the shits because it wasn't fair on you guys, mate. I'm looking out for you.
Fuck off.
Fucking hell.
At least in
Jesus.
group chats back then. Fuck me. It got dark for a while.
Oh,
Very dark.
yeah. That was the. I think me and Caleb were talking about that at the end of the trip. That was the longest and most unreasonable hissy fit. That went on for till later on the afternoon the next day.
That was woman spec. That was.
That was.
Hey, mate, nicotine withdrawals. It's like fucking getting off of fucking heroin. Not that I know what getting off of heroin's like, but
Sounds like it.
pretty bad.
Okay.
Surely you have the three, like, you quit. If you don't have a durry, like 3 days, you're just like peaking.
It depends what you're doing. Like if you procrastinate about it a lot, then fuck yeah. But if you try not to think about it or don't think about it,
When there's other people smoking around you. I still remember when you were with someone
different.
and you gave up and I would smoke near you and you could tell it was getting to you because you wanted one.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an alcoholic giving up drinking, wouldn't go to the pub and hang out there.
The downfall of both of you, what makes you go back to it is stress.
But then smokers stress more. It's been proven.
I've never done it ever, so I don't have anything to go back to.
I don't stress unless I'm not replied to after a text message.
I'm sorry. For prolonging your smoking habit, you weird asshole.
So if we want to stress him out, we just go quiet.
No, I've learned to live with it now.
Just send me a message when you want to go quiet.
I'll
Caleb,
just
and I'll
poke the bear.
go quiet as well.
I don't mind poking the bear at times.
Anyway, we've fucking twat waffled on
Yeah.
enough. It is time to wrap up and get home and get to bed because it's quite
Fucking
late.
oath.
It's quite late and I need a piss. So we're wrapping this thing up. We got to say a big thank you to all you out there who listen to us and our waffle. We do enjoy doing this, and we love the fact that you listen. So please support us by rating, reviewing, liking on our social media. Anywhere you listen to this podcast, if there's an option to review us,
Do it.
rate us, please do so. 5 stars, if you please.
It only helps us, and it takes 5 seconds of your time.
Correct.
So
We don't ask you for money, so we ask for your support in that way. We do have to say a big thank you to some other people that do support us. High Caliber. Make sure you jump on highcaliber.com.au. Buy some cleaning gear. Support Rossi. It's a great Australian-made company.
Best oils ever.
Exactly. And then also Firearm Owners United, jump on there as well and check out what they're doing and fighting egregious gun laws in Australia. And if we want to be able to keep shooting and doing what we love doing, then groups like Firearm Owners United are very important because there are some ridiculous laws that are trying to be imposed upon us as shooters. So make sure you support them as well. Jump on all their social media.
check them out.
Check them out as well. It's pretty easy. I think that's us done, boys. It's time to go home to bed, get some
Let's
sleep,
do it.
get home and maybe have a dream or two. What do you reckon?
For a wank or two, if you last 30 seconds, you'll be in bed within a minute.
You would be.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you used to that, aren't you, Josh?
Hey?
Lasting 30 seconds.
Oh, mate. I don't care. What'll last as long as they're happy. What if you make them come in 15 seconds? You got 15 seconds of bliss.
He's fast. He's efficient. Anyway, we're out of here. Thanks for listening.
Catch you later, dudes.
Thanks, you guys.
Catch ya.
G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses High Caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.